She walked into the room and everybody stared, but she looked only at me. Sat down by my side, started talking slow, like she already didn't me. She touched my hand, said she liked my smile. Said I seemed good then, but something in her voice didn't feel right. Still I didn't listen. She doesn't play fair with love, she just wants control.
Yeah,
Once she gets close to you, she doesn't let go. Those blue eyes looking right through me tonight.
I talk tonight.
Acting like heaven, but something's not right. She'll say anything just to make you stay.
I want tonight.
Those blue eyes taking my life away. Blue eyes go but shining so bright. She pulls you in and starts the fight. She doesn't love. She just wants the game. Those blue eyes calling my name. Woo!
No. Look at those blue eyes. Oh,
Blue eyes, my friends told me stay away from her, but I didn't believe them. Soon they stopped calling, stopped coming around. She didn't want to see them. She read my messages, checked my phone, said it was because she loved me. Every time I tried to leave, she pulled me back, saying I was the only one. She doesn't believe in trust. She doesn't care about the truth. If she wants somebody, she'll do what she has to do. Those blue eyes looking right through me tonight.
speak with her.
Acting like heaven, but something's not right. She'll say anything just to make you stay.
I want tonight.
Those blue eyes taking my life away.
Blue eyes.
Gold but shining so bright, she's who you mean. The stars the fight, she doesn't love. She doesn't love. She just wants the game. Those blue eyes calling my name. Now I see the truth, but I'm too deep inside. Every time I walk away, she's right there by my side. I know she's dangerous, I know she's bad for me. But every time she looks at me, I can't leave. Looking right through me tonight.
I wouldn't
I
speak.
should've listened, I should've walked away. But those blue eyes, you're pulling me back.
I want tonight.
Blue eyes,
I jump in cold and cold.
but shining so bright.
Tonight in my cold.
One more look and you're trapped inside. She doesn't love, she just wants control. Those blue eyes,
Yeah,
just my soul.
go blue eyes.
Those blue eyes, just my soul.
Go blue eyes.
Those blue eyes, those blue eyes, those blue eyes, looking right through me tonight.
I'm talking.
Shocking like heaven, but something's not right. She'll say anything just to make you stay.
I want tonight.
Those blue eyes, taking my life away.
Blue eyes.
Cold but shining so bright, she pulls you in. The stars the fight, she doesn't love. She doesn't love. She just wants the game. Those blue eyes calling my name. Now I see the truth, but I'm too deep inside. Every time I walk away, she's right there by my side. I know she's dangerous, I know she's bad for me. But every time she looks at me, I can't leave. Blue eyes looking right through me tonight.
I am living
I
speak.
should've listened, I should've walked away, but those blue eyes, you're pulling me back. Blue eyes,
Hey, regular, she does.
but shining so bright.
Tonight in the cold.
One more
tonight.
look and you're trapped inside. She doesn't love, she just wants control.
Welcome to Let's Talk About It with your host Jules and Latino. How you doing, Jules?
What's up? What's up? I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, Seymour, that's Mike AI, man. You know I can't play Michael Jackson's legit shit, bro. You we wouldn't last.
Right. We'll be taken down by the estate.
Yeah, we be taken down by this. I wish I could, man. Come on, man. You know this. You know this. But yeah, Jules, what do you have in the agenda for us?
Well, of course, I had it all set up, but now it's well, I have other links. But so do you remember when the White House account posted the Michael Jackson glove and it was like Mr. Ice? It was a reference to Mr. Ice or and it like they were playing the Drake song
Yeah,
about ice.
Iceman.
Yeah. Thank you, Iceman, not Mr. Ice. So does everyone in the chat remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the
Okay.
whole meme stuff with the whole ice thing and them.
I had that ready to pull up, and then like it went
Let me
away,
see.
and it just went to the
Give me a second.
main
Let me see.
White House thing. I was like, damn it. Maybe it's in my bookmarks. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's in my bookmarks. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it
the
said
ice video
MAGA.
with the Iceman, Iceman. Yeah, I see it. You want me to pull it up?
Well, is this what you're gonna pull up?
Let me see.
Look at the screen. Is
Nah,
that what
not
you're gonna
that.
pull up?
Nah. It's
Okay.
actually gonna put up the
The
video.
Oh no, I want you to pull that up next, but I just want to note. I want everyone to note that like the White House posted this shit. Okay, you know.
Yeah, the White House did. And
Yeah,
may I add something before you continue?
of
Um,
course, please.
the thing about it is Drake has never been political. He's never been
Hmm.
black this, he's never been white that, and he can't because at the end of the day, he's half of both, right? So what he does is
Hmm.
he tends to follow trends. So if London rappers are hot or whatever, right? He'll go to London. If something is hot in Australia, he'll go to Australia. If something's hot in Japan, he'll go to Japan. That's what he does, bro. So he's like that story I told you about Michael Jordan. Like it's the same thing with him. Like so that's one thing I can respect about Drake. He's not a apolitical person, and they've been trying for years. And all this shit came out with the White House, and that there was a whole bunch of of course, FBAs came out that they were like, oh, we need him to come out and condemn this and all that. And it's been a week already, and Drake has not said anything about it. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
you gotta respect when he's respecting his own brand. The
Mhm.
one thing, okay, so I'm with you. I respect that part. But the one thing that I do take issue with Drake is his whole owl
Yeah.
symbolism. Now, I love owls,
October's own.
okay? Yeah, but the owls are a symbol
Yeah,
for,
yeah, they are.
right? And
Hmm.
he is so all about that. So that's kind of where I have issues with Drake because, you know, and he didn't he even talk about like being like black Jayish or something at one
Yeah.
point or the
He said he's black Jew.
yeah. So that's why he got to where he is. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I've
so
always told you that shit is not organic.
yeah,
It's all about bloodlines and shit. Like, come on, man. It's the same thing with the presidents. The same thing with like, I'm telling you, man. These people marry within each other and stuff.
yeah, totally. Okay, so so I want to point out a few different things, play a few things before we get to the whole
Shout out to you,
like
Lawrence.
point. Hey Lawrence, how's it going? All right. So like it's been a little while. Everyone says this is AI. I don't know if it's AI. I actually believe that Michael Jackson faked his death to get away from the bullshit. Okay, so
Please don't show me that clip of the bus.
it is. It's the bus.
Oh, that's AI.
Okay, but I have more. Okay, so we're just gonna show it in case people haven't seen it yet. Oh wait, I didn't stop sharing the last one.
Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. I mean, Saturday
Yeah,
night. Jesus Christ.
Saturday.
Saturday night.
Shout out to everybody. I don't know. I'm not looking. I don't know who's in the chat or whatever. And this channel, okay, on my other account, I have followed this channel for a long time. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a fool, but let's watch this.
Ai, gente, esse fela da puta enganou nós direitinho, mano. Você tá trampando atacadão agora, Maicon? Oxe, tá louco, Maicon?
Some images that have gone viral on social media over the past week allegedly show Michael Jackson on a bus in Brazil. Many people started sending these images to me on Instagram believing they were real. Honestly, making content about a video that is very clearly fake would normally be the last thing I would want to do. In fact, I have almost never made this kind of content before. However, I think it is now necessary to speak up before this nonsense grows even more. Unfortunately, I feel both angry and sad about these videos. What makes me angry is seeing how far artificial intelligence has come and how easily it can influence people's minds. Even a few seconds of fake footage can now manipulate millions of people. What makes me sad is that a large number of people are sharing these videos without questioning them, even though it is quite obvious that they are AI generated. Now let's think logically. Michael Jackson was someone who cared deeply about his appearance and grooming, to the point where it could even be called an obsession. In my opinion, it is impossible that someone like him would walk around in public with completely white hair and looking unkempt.
Facts.
Also, Michael is 67 years old today, not 80. The facial structure and skin appearance of the person in the video look much older than Michael should look at his age. More importantly, why would Michael blend into the public without any mask or protection? And why would he use public transportation? Honestly, I'm even embarrassed that I have to explain these things right now, because to me, it is very obvious that this video is AI generated. But the uncontrolled spread of these images has now reached a serious level. There could be different possibilities behind why these videos are going viral. Maybe Michael wants to measure the psychology of the public and see how people would react to the possibility of him being alive. He may be testing people's interest in this type of content. Another possibility is that people are constantly being distracted with new sensational topics in order to cover up different world events, such as Epstein. Personally, I believe this. If Michael is not returning right now, it is because he does not want to become part of covering up chaotic world agendas, because these evil forces even brought UFO files into the mainstream in order to make people forget about these characters. Michael Jackson returning would help them shift the public agenda. Michael does not want to help them do that.
Well, I think we're going to be releasing as much as we can in the near future. For some reason, and I guess it's just a reason that's been in the minds of people for a long time, and that is they want to find out about the UFOs and anything having to do with UFO or related material. And we're going to be releasing a lot of things that we have. And I think some of it's going to be very interesting to people.
This video is not real, but there have been real sightings where Michael was allegedly caught on camera. You should definitely watch this video. So what do you think? Why are these videos going viral? Who could be behind these images? And do you think Michael Jackson will really return one day? I am also planning to make a very detailed analysis video about Michael's return theories and the new biopic movie. Don't forget to follow, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah. Me personally, I think he did. Like, quite frankly,
You think
with
what?
I think he's dead with all that paperwork, the transferring of money, titles, and all that shit. Yeah, he gone, bro. Like,
You think he's dead?
yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
And they killed Prince too. I mean, come on, man. You gotta listen. And I have a conspiracy theory, right? So peep game. Drake knows that he's not going to be able to get out of that thing, because if he does and he goes independent and he sells the way he does, then there would be no need for no record labels, because now he could sign people and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he could be the distributor. He could be everything. You get what I'm saying? Right? So they would never let him get that far. So what do? They offer him more money. It's another deal, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Right? The thing with Michael Jackson, the thing with Prince, right? It was that these people, Michael Jackson basically owed what a tour, and then he was free. Right? Prince was already free. He was just waiting on his birthday. Right? And what happened to both of them? You got to understand the power of these people and their catalogs, man. Like all that money that they were going to make, and I have to give to Warner Brothers, for instance. Prince wouldn't have to give shit to Warner Brothers because that's all him. He can do whatever he wants with his shit. Anytime you hear his songs in a movie, commercial, anything, that's all him. You get what I'm saying? So like the way it works, from what I've seen in my life, is we'll get you where you want to be, but you can't get out of that bubble because we got to run shit.
Yes, I am with you like 95%. Okay, but I also think that Michael Jackson was smarter than most people think he fucking was. And he knew that they were going to try to kill him, because the last tour he did, it was called This Is It. And he came out, he was talking about Tommy Mottola at Sony and what a piece of shit bastard that he is. Yeah, he's the devil. And Mariah, like he talks about Mariah Carey telling him he was evil. You know? So I want to give him credit. Okay. I want to give him he's the devil. I want to give Michael Jackson credit that he knew they were coming for him. So look, think about it. Okay, think about it. It's not a you or I kind of situation, or anyone listening to us talking right now, because we don't have shit, right? We don't have the resources that Michael Jackson has.
No, of course not.
Has, right? No. So imagine that you're in that position. You have millions upon millions of dollars. You have powerful friends. You have friends that own casinos and hotels like Trump Tower or whatever the fuck. And Princess Diana was also your best friend. JFK Jr. was also one of your friends. You have all these resources and connections. If you know that somebody's going to come for you, trying to kill you and take you out, are you just going to let them? Or are you going to try to get away?
It's the same thing.
Are you going to try to fake your death and get the fuck away?
But it's the same thing with Diana. I mean, she got popped for real. Like, I don't think she faked her death, bro.
No, dude, she didn't get popped, dude.
Yeah, man. Jules, I'm sorry, but we can't believe every conspiracy theory, man.
No, like, I don't believe every conspiracy. No, look, no. Okay, say what you're gonna say.
And everybody's saying that Barron is whatever, and I'm like, then if that's the case, I mean, she was pregnant by the Indian guy. Where's the Indian baby at? And it's like, come on, man. Like, who is it? Vivek now? That's the kid.
No, like, you just went off. You just went off like 500 different sidebars, dude. Like, no.
Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what it's gonna be. But with the Michael Jackson thing, it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible. Okay, but look, again, wait, hold on. Let me talk about Diana for a second. Okay, so they had gone out to dinner and they were at like some poshy hotel. And when they left, they got in some black BMW, right? And the paparazzi is there. They're always following her. There's a picture of that car with the license plate of that car. Okay? Mm-hmm. Fast forward to when they get in the accident, quote unquote, in the tunnel. The license plate is totally different. It's not the same fucking car. It's not the same car that's in the accident that they were trying to say that it was her. And that's why I believe that she also she knew. She said that they were evil. She said that she was nothing more than a broodmare to them. She knew they wanted to kill her. I feel like it's the same kind of thing. And especially since we have this evidence, it's in documentaries. You could look it up. You could go find it. It's a different license plate. She's not dead, dude. She didn't die. She's probably the real fucking Queen of England right now, if you think about it. Anyway, we were talking about, and she was really good friends with Michael Jackson. They used to like talk up all late nights on the phone. They talked all the time. And then when he came in concert to England and, he did his concert, she was disappointed that he didn't do Dirty Diana. And he said, well, I did that out of respect for you. I couldn't go out singing Dirty Diana and you're here, but she loved that song. She wanted to fucking hear that song and he didn't play at that time. And so then the next time that he had a concert in England, then he did do the song because she loved it. So they were friends. They're both people who had mysterious deaths. Okay, so let's just go back to Michael Jackson because I wasn't even planning about talking about So I want to find the spot. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'm almost there. So I'm going to show you first Donald Trump Jr. talking, and then another follow-up story of somebody giving a third person account. But I wanted to give a first-hand account first, okay? Why isn't it going? Okay.
A thing where I probably don't even get to connect with you, even on a personal level.
Oh,
just because I'm thinking like you're strong, curious. There's a million people, except you like you pull up.
I was your driver last night.
Yeah, you're like, exactly. And I remember meeting you at UFC when I met your dad
down in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great night.
And I remember when I was trying to get a picture taken with your dad, and then you're the first one who was like, "No, I'll take the picture. It's cool." And for whatever reason, that shocked me a little bit, just because like we kind of the perception that I have of someone of that opulence or that stature, you know what I mean, is like, yeah, you probably don't do regular things or you don't move around like a regular person.
Yes. I mean, like I said, I get some of those things. I think for us, it was always with my dad. It was like, hey man, if you're going to get into real estate, you're going to build buildings. Like, you better know how to dig the foundation.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I mean, I worked on job sites my whole life as a kid growing up. Right. I put up sheetrock. I dug foundations. I ran chainsaws, clearing landscaping stuff for golf courses. So, his logic was like, we started at the bottom rung and sort of worked that way. Hey, when you go build it eventually, like, you know how much it costs, you know how long it takes, you understand what goes into it, and no one's going to bullshit you.
Yeah.
So, there was a component of really actually understanding it. And I think he was very different than probably a lot of the friends I grew up with in like, New York City. And again, I don't pretend like I came from, I grew up on the 70th floor of Trump Tower. Like, what I mean? Like it's different, but like he made sure we understood that other side and that we worked that way. It wasn't like, congratulations, here's your corner office. And, now you start learning. It was really different. I started working at, 13 away for summers. And like, that's what we did. And then my mom was the same way, kind of pushing that. So they always understood that, that's not to say, we weren't spoiled, but we were spoiled with like cool experiences. We got to hang out with some pretty cool people. We had some funny conversations last night about that. Like
you told me you lived next door to Michael Jackson.
I did. Michael literally lived next door to us for like a couple of years in Trump Tower. Like I used to play Nintendo with Michael Jackson growing up as a kid. And, Michael is a unique guy. I mean, one of the great talents probably anywhere, had his own, I guess, some issues just, growing up in that kind of stardom. And
hold on, are we talking about white-faced Michael or black-faced Michael?
I mean, transitional Michael. Like, like this is sort of in between, right?
Mulatto Michael, like, I get it.
My soft voice, but that was always kind of the case. But like, my first concert was Thriller.
Yeah, okay.
right? Which
Yeah.
was like, and that was a time where like we can talk about Drake and Kendrick and Jay-Z and whoever it is. Like at that time, there was
Mike's
one
the
dude,
guy.
and it was Michael. Like it wasn't like who's the biggest, who's the dude. There was one guy, and it was Michael. And like, like I said, he was our neighbor for years, but he also was like sort of like very different than those other guys, right? Like he was like a big kid, basically. I think he never really probably had a childhood. He was pushed into stardom. Whoever it was, they just worked him for so long that, like, honestly, I think like hanging out with us at times was like he got to be a kid, even if he was, I don't know, in his 30s. You know what I mean? Like I was 12. You know what I mean? And I remember I got pissed at Michael one time because I was playing with my brother and him, and we got like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And again, my parents made us work for stuff that we wanted. We lived in Trump Tower, but like if we wanted something like, here's the goal, you got to go work for it, you'll get it. And so, Michael was like, this is peak Michael, and it was like, he loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nintendo game that we were playing. Yeah. And my dad's like, oh yeah, you should just take it. I'm like, what? Like it's Michael Jackson. He can call someone at Nintendo. They'll send it to him. And he was like, oh yeah, that's great. I'll take it. I'm like, motherfucker, took my Nintendo game. I was like, this is bullshit. Yeah. But it was cool. So yeah, no, it was interesting growing up that way.
Wow. Among the many people you've met, you still keeping.
Okay, so that's one story. So I just
You want the
wanted to have-
Nintendo? You take the Nintendo, Michael. You like it? Quite frankly, the Japanese made this. It's not American. It's Japanese. Good quality. You can take it, Michael. You know what?
You can have it. You can have it.
Playing. Thank you, Trump. I love playing the video game.
All right. So I just wanted to play that before I give a third person. So in Flagrant, right? He's talking about, he tells that same story, but then goes into another story. So I skipped the story that we just heard from Donald Trump Jr. And we'll go into this story.
I can't take it from these kids. Michael went, thank you, Donald.
Well, we're still
just left, right? So we were talking to Trump afterwards. We asked him, what was it like living next to Michael?
Yeah.
And then he goes.
And he was like, oh, it was amazing. He was the best guy ever. So sweet. But that Pepsi commercial really really kind of changed who he was fundamentally.
And we go, what?
And then
I completely forget about this all the time.
And then Trump locked eyes with me and he goes, you know the Pepsi story. And I was like, yes, sir. I was like, I had attention. I was like, whatever you need. And
Mark was like -8 years old. But I know. He has no fucking clue.
He looks at me and goes, special orders from the president. Tell these guys the Pepsi story. And then Trump drifted away. And I felt such a pressure for the past week and a half just to share this with you guys.
He basically said that, like,
so what's the Pepsi story?
I forgot to look it up. But it's been weighing on me, though.
Wow.
No, 1986. Michael Jackson does another commercial for Pepsi. Commercial number 2.
Professor Gagnon in the building.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And a firework goes off, burns his head, 2nd-degree burns. Apparently, according to the article I read, due to the Jerry curl cream that he was using at the time.
Oh, they blame him, huh?
Yeah, right?
They don't blame the firework.
Oh, what
that
was he
landed on his
wearing?
fucking head.
Yeah.
Always with black
fucking
people.
ethanol in his
Even
hair.
kind of black. Yeah.
Yeah, he's black at the time.
That's
He was
true.
black at the time.
Yeah. This is apparently the thing that
trans at
no, apparently, which also this is a debate we need to have. Me and Alex were talking about this. Which Michael made better music, white or black? But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Basically, hair catches on fire, 2nd-degree burns. Him and his brothers, they put it all out. And then
see, Dubs, look at. He's just listening to the story. He's like, see, sometimes the missiles go to the wrong place. See, sometimes there's oopsie daisies all over the time.
Yeah, why did he answer the beaver so close to his head? Anyway, he catches on fire. They put it out, and then he gets treatment.
Did you hear that, Dub? They put it out. They put it out. Okay, go on.
And,
they put out the fire.
It was from
they
that.
don't videotape it in HD and
He
put it
had
all over
chronic
Twitter.
pain from the injury, and then was put on drugs from that, and then he never shook the drug addiction, and then it also affected his self-image, which then caused him to get a ton of surgeries, and which ultimately led to his death.
I had no clue.
I did not know the lasting impact.
Mr. President,
I thought everyone knew.
I fulfilled my duty.
But you knew that I knew that he
that
got
was what
hit,
caused
but I
everything?
didn't know that there were these like super severe burns on his body.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't-
Jackson
I didn't
5
know.
movie. Yeah, I know. Where the
You
fuck
watch
is-
that every year. The series.
No, I didn't
Fun
watch
part.
that movie. No.
Alex, did you watch that?
Yes, I did.
No.
Come on.
I didn't know that it really affected his self-image, and that's where the surgery started coming from.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not true. Like he was already doing surgeries before that, but it fucked
there
up
you
his
go.
hair, and he cared about his hair a lot.
Right.
Especially he's a performer and shit. So
Of course, yeah.
But
Damn, I thought we got like an inside take.
no, maybe the drug started during that time. That could be real.
Yeah,
we don't know when the drug started.
Got it.
But no one finds it a little weird that Michael Jackson's hanging out alone with his two young
But we didn't
sons?
know. I'm not even like I remember that Ninja Turtles game that came out like
Nobody
19.
finds that weird.
No, well, here's the
Like,
thing.
hey, grown man, come hang and play video games.
But
Black
don't
Jimmy.
you like
Turtles
no,
for
real
everyone,
talk,
bro.
30 years ago, we didn't think that like now we're like keenly aware that there's pedophiles like way more than we thought they were when we were younger.
Yeah.
30 years ago, and this is also before any accusations. That I remember that game coming out. I was in like first, second grade.
But what do you think that Don Jr. and Eric are thinking right now that they weren't chosen?
Shit, I mean, like, it's because their father protected them. He like took the disc, was like, "Go fucking take it, never come back."
He said, "Play these games
Yeah.
at your crib."
Yeah, never come back.
Yeah.
And Don's like, "Where's my game?" And his dad's like, "I just saved your life.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I just did for you."
I saved your butthole, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't
you
that
almost saw a
crazy?
different turtle. Watch out. Turtle power.
Okay.
We saw a different turtle.
So all right, so I wanted to share all of that, and I went and saw the Michael Jackson movie like like a week or whatever ago. Oh shit. I need to hit stop sharing. Sorry. So Michael Jackson has been an icon throughout my whole life, right? And I think that most of us who are listening, their whole lives too. And if you have a friend like Donald Trump and a friend like Princess Diana and a friend like JFK Jr., you guys might all be able to make a way to fake your deaths together. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
Man, JFK got popped in camera.
No, I'm talking about Junior. I'm talking about his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because JFK Jr. said back in the day, he said, "I will avenge my father's death even if I have to take out the entire government to do it." That's what the fuck he said.
Yeah, but it's been how many years now, dude? Like,
Okay, but look, I know. I love the pushback. I do. Because
like, what age is he planning to do this at? 90? 80? You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be realistic here.
I do. I get what you're saying, but he's not that much older than me. I think he's 10 or 20 years older than me. I haven't double checked that or anything. But I'm still alive. And so just imagine, okay? Just think about it, okay? Think about Michael Jackson, Donald Trump, Princess Diana, JFK Jr. are all friends back in the 80s. Because they were. And then into the early 90s, they faked their deaths. Obviously not Donald Trump, but they faked their deaths. They're like working on something together, and they're still gonna like maybe pop back up onto the world stage and tell us like, hey, so just like imagine that, right? Okay, imagine how many people love Princess Diana across the world. How many people love Michael Jackson? Fuck ton, dude. Everywhere. The whole world loves Michael Jackson.
She died.
Right, but what I'm saying is, okay, just imagine, okay? Because I think they are part of the Q movement. They're Q people. The top Q people, there's less than 10. So when the media was saying, oh, QAnon, blah, 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 blah. There's no such fucking thing as QAnon. There is Q and there are Anons. And there are a lot of Anons out there who believe that Michael Jackson is one of the top Anons. Like, helping lead the movement to people to truth and justice and all of that. So I thought that it was pretty interesting, that the movie came out recently, bringing Michael back into the sphere of just like, hey, remember me, remember I'm here. And of course, everybody who loved Michael Jackson, like when I went to the movie, there was a guy like everything that was said in the movie, as far as like, I don't know, but there was a guy behind us who kept being like, yeah, Michael loves everybody, He really impacted people. He impacted the world. Everybody loves him. Everybody, unless you want to decide to hate him, everybody loves Michael Jackson. And so many people love Princess Diana. The other thing I want to add to this, which is in this moment wasn't planned, is that at Neverland Ranch, there's a big queue at Neverland Ranch. There's a big shape of a queue. Same for President Kennedy, his memorial site. There's a big queue in the shape like the sidewalk around it, and then there's an eternal flame. I can't say eternal right now, apparently. And then Princess Diana, her memorial site, also is in the big shape of a queue with a pond and, like this glorious garden and everything. So if it was just a one-off thing, I feel like we might be able to be like, okay, maybe. But it's 3 of them, all of them. Have the queues.
Couldn't it be like that's like a shape of a decoration or something that it's just probably formal when it comes to dead people or some shit? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, none of my grandparents have memorials in the shape of queues, and they were Masons and beginners of counties and stuff in California back in the day. None of them have queues. I'm just saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm not trying to give you pushback or anything. It's just
no. Go ahead, do it.
It's just like I don't know. Money to me, I follow the money, and the money talks.
Well, yeah,
that's what matters the most. So at the end of the day, you could be Michael Jackson, let's say, and fake your death. When you get rid of all your assets and they go somewhere else, where you no longer have, the power to obtain them yourself, that's an issue. Nobody wants to live that way in life.
Well, no, but okay, look. Okay, that's the thing that I'm talking about. I've made multiple comments about financial planning. People need to know about, even if you don't care about knowing about it yourself, if you own anything, any fucking thing, whether it's a car, a house, okay, car's kind of minute, okay, but if you have property, if you have a lot of money, you should have a trust.
Yeah, what?
Because
I can't type in the chat. What the?
A trust continues living. It's a living trust. So even if you die, the trust keeps going. And I'm sure that Michael Jackson had very good financial planners there to take care of his estate and his children and all of that. And within a trust, you could have multiple trusts. You could have, this portion goes to this and it's overseen by these people and they do this. That could be the music. We have another portion of the trust within the, the documentation of this is how we're going to keep taking care of my kids. This is what my kids have, So if you own anything, real quick, PSA, if you have any type of asset, you should have a trust, and your asset should be owned by the trust. And the trust takes care of everything. So like Latino, you have kids, you have children, you have a wife, you have a house, you have cars and all of that. Your cars, your house should be owned by your trust, because trust avoid probate. Okay. So imagine in the most unfortunate circumstances, you die and you don't have a trust. all that shit has to go through probate. And your wife is fucked for like months to try to just be able to afford and settle to bury you. Okay? But if you have a trust, the trust avoids probate. No matter what, the trust owns the house, and the trust dictates that it's your wife's and then your children's. As where when you go through probate, it's like all of this, you got to prove this, prove that, and a whole bunch of bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm sure that Michael Jackson and, Princess Diana, all of them, they were smart enough to have their own trust. And I really do think that, maybe I can't say that I think, but I just would super love to believe that Michael Jackson faked his death and he's part of the whole awakening movement.
Shit, man. A lot of people believe that the Mustache Man faked his death.
The Mustache Man? Oh, that guy. He might have. What do you think? Do you think he did?
I mean,
He's living in Antarctica or Argentina?
The Argentinian government released some documentation stating that there was some truth to that, but I don't know whether to believe it or not.
Well, there was a point where maybe I could find it. I don't know if I can find it right now. I found a video, and it
Give me a
looked
second
like
before you play that video, though.
no, I'm not even trying to find it. Let me just talk. In the 50s or 60s, I swear, there's a video of Mustache Man playing bocce ball with other people in San Francisco. In the 50s or the 60s. Looked pretty legit from what I saw. I'll try to find that, even though that wasn't our topic. So please.
Yeah,
do
Michael Jackson is alive with others, man. They're chilling right now.
People showed up to mine. There were helicopters. The streets were blocked off. It was a whole world event. That's not shade. That's facts. Yours was cool, very intimate, very purple. I'm just saying, more people showed up to mine. There were helicopters. The streets were blocked off. It was a whole world event. That's not shade. That's facts. Yours was cool, very intimate, very purple. I'm just
very purple.
Talking about the funeral, man.
Michael Jackson and Prince Beef can't end even after they're dead. That's so funny.
It was Michael Jackson is alive, man. He's alive. He's just decided to take upon a different career. Look.
Here, Michael Chandler, Michael Jackson, center of the octagon.
Incredible evasion. He lead slipped the jab cross hook. That is the best defensive sequence I've seen all year.
Chandler with the body lock, both arms deep. He's going to do something here.
Germans.
That was shitty defense. What are you talking about?
Over.
He bridged out. He arched out of the ground and pound. Body kick lands. Jackson's hurt. Chandler can see it. He's going to go for the finish.
And Jackson is down. Michael Jackson
Oh
is
no. Oh no.
Incredible survival by Jackson. Chandler wasn't quite able to beat it. This fight is proving to be an absolute
He needs a kick. He needs a punch.
Jackson back on his feet and Chandler coming forward. Something already feels different here.
Wait, did that land? That was completely unintentional, and it still landed on Chandler. The body shot lands. Jackson threw a clean body shot, and it landed. I cannot believe this.
Oh, the elbow on the turn.
Chandler's arm speed is gone. That jab has nothing on it, and Jackson just touched him.
He misses the takedown. Chandler shoots for the double, and there's nobody there.
Michael Chandler is tiring. This is a real fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Jackson lands the overhand right. Chandler is hurt.
He slipped the clinch.
Jackson slipped the clinch. And now he is landing shots.
The cross lands. Chandler's knees are gone. Are you kidding me right now?
Michael Jackson knocks out Michael Chandler. This fight is over.
Look at that in slow motion. That right hand right there.
He's moonwalking. He is moonwalking in the UFC octagon. This actually happened tonight. Michael Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, that is the finish.
Yeah. He's in the UFC now, y'all. he's alive and punching and kicking. That was funny, man.
Oh, that was pretty great. Go
ahead.
But seriously, you guys, just put me down. If you got on the books, I'm for Michael Jackson is alive. That's all I'm saying.
Are you willing to bet your trust on it?
Yes, sure. No, I know. My trust.
God.
No, seriously though, like, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, okay, but so when he died, I was living in San Francisco. I had it was a pretty big house with a big backyard, which is huge in a big city like that. And I had big bay windows, and I had them covered up to a certain point, but from the bottom. But from the top, is letting the light in, and like if somebody lived up on the hill or whatever, they could see in. But it's not like I cared about those people or whatever. You would have to have like a telescope or something. So anyway, so when he died, I was so sad. I was crying. Like, I loved him. Like, when my mom died, I mean, when Elvis died, my mom was crying for days. And when I was a little kid, I was like, what the fuck? Like, she doesn't even know this guy. She doesn't even know this guy, and she's just dying over Elvis. Yeah. But then Michael Jackson was my Elvis to my mom. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. And I had a DVD recorder, and I just kept putting blank DVDs into the recorder, like off of VH1 or, MTV, of all the Michael Jackson ceremonies. And
see, Elvis came from the heavens and told your mom, "Hey there, little mama, don't cry, don't shed a tear." I'll be so blue without you. I'll be so blue. No bullshit. I love that fucking Christmas song.
I did too. And you know what? I learned a sign language in elementary school to a lot of like Elvis Christmas songs, like White Christmas. Like, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. I learned all the sign language of that shit to Elvis. Anyway.
You fuck up with the white and Christmas part.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be.
Well, I'm white and I know Christmas.
I'd be a hate crime. I'd be a hate crime, Jules. Just saying.
You're so fucking hilarious.
The wrong sign, man. You do it in the hood, they think you're throwing gang signs now.
You're arrested. You're doing it wrong. You don't know the right white word. You're not white.
God damn. Like, I'm mute. Go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, I think that when he died, somehow, and this is going to sound crazy, I get it, but I think that somehow maybe he was up on one of those hills up above me. Like, I think that he watched me mourn for him somehow. Maybe in spirit, maybe in body, or whatever. I feel
what
connected
he told you.
with. Like, he knows.
I know what he
What
told you. He said, "You are not alone. I'm here with you.
I am here to stay. Yes, that's what he said. No, like I think he knows how much I mourned for him somehow. But maybe it's just really because he knows how much everyone in the world loved him and how much everyone.
I mean, dude, my mom didn't speak English, and when she was cleaning the house, she had the Thriller album. Who didn't have the Thriller?
Right.
And yeah, man, she don't even know what the hell they were saying, but she was singing in English, and she didn't know what the fuck she was saying.
Aw, that's cute,
You know what I
Madre.
mean? You know, and I'm
Shout
just
out
like,
to Mama.
and also she was also into disco too, so that's why I'm into disco. So I know people will be like, "Oh, but disco sucks," and it's like, no, it don't.
It
Disco
doesn't.
sucked.
No.
If disco sucked, then the Bee Gees would have never been made $450 million.
That's what I was
Just
just thinking. Like the Bee
just
Gees, they were
saying.
fucking fire. Oh my god, I
Just
love the
saying.
Bee Gees. I can't sing falsetto, but I try. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when the feeling ain't right. We don't have to do it. That's my shit.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. It's so good. It's so good. Speaking of that, real quick, like it's a sidebar, but so you know how we'll be fucked if we want to do a karaoke night?
Yeah.
What do you think about we do like a cappella?
That's what I told
Karaoke
Vent.
night.
And Vent is like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Latino. I couldn't do it, Latino. And I'm just like,
But the person, whoever's doing it can be listening to whatever song they want to sing to.
exactly.
Right? And then they just put it through their mic.
There
So
you
nobody
go.
has to hear the I think that would be so much fun.
That
I
would
think
work.
we need to
And then not only that, like, bro, oh God. Not only that, right? The acapella them of singing them, right? I could grab instrumentals that I can make in Sono, right?
Oh yeah.
And then I just put the acapella with the instrumental. That would be fucking great. I'm telling you. Ideas
be
just
great.
pop up, boom. You know.
Let's do it. We gotta do it.
I wanted to talk to you about something. I was like, I wanted to have like the roast of Latino or the roast of whoever. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's willing to, get roasted. I don't care. Y'all can talk the shit that y'all want. But yeah, we should like do that at least once a week. Have like a roast of whoever's willing to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if Mike wants to be, the ordinary, you know what I mean?
You're saying a roast, a full-on roast? I don't know if we're ready for that because people are too sensitive.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about it, but it was a good idea.
Hey Stanley, you ready for a roast?
Quite frankly, I think this is delightful. And then when he gets through the roast, you know what? You on band. I'm not fucking with you. You come up with racist jokes. Now I really see who you really are. This is Michael Jackson right here, man. Check this out.
Just 99% of it. The one guy has the glasses, and he has a type of attitude that he's so cool that I'm fortunate that he's here. And he's much too cool for like one of these.
Real motherfucking G right there.
It's like, what you looking at? The other reason would be this style, no glasses. So his eyes is most of the expression, like.
Because I'm back. You know it. Shamo.
Oh, bro, that was priceless.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
It was good.
Okay, I don't know why I had this link here, but let's see. I might be changing the subject, okay?
No one man, you know it's really bad.
Oh yeah, it's about Democrats. So I'm gonna change the subject real quick.
Oh, the Democrats.
Yeah, those little.
Wait, before we get in.
Oh wait.
Wait. Before you get into that, wait.
Okay.
I got you. Give me 1 second. Breaking libtard news. Go ahead, Jules.
That was great. Thank you.
X, who told us what? That the white liberal is the worst enemy to the black man. And he is coming up in here acting like y'all representing some social justice. But all along, all you're doing is trying to use black people.
Go ahead, girl.
Let me tell y'all something over there. With God, the Democratic
You
Party,
go, girl.
abuse the black American. Come in here and go clean it up. Do just like R.A. Jr., just do like that Tulsa lady. You better get up out the Democratic Party.
That Tulsa lady.
Because if y'all don't, we come to the we ain't catching no business from a bunch of people who have broken into the country and now have completely broke the city, have completely disgraced the United States of America, like in the words of Malcolm X.
Shout out to her. Shout out. Give her a round of applause. She knows what the fuck is up.
Shit.
She knew. Foxy white liberals. They gonna lie to you.
Oh shit, it's Mike Cerrone.
Mike Cerrone's in the house. What's up, Mike? I also see Nate.
Yo,
What's
and
up,
Nate is not Italian though, right?
Well,
Is he?
maybe a little.
Because if he is, then he's in the top 5 of my favorite Italians. Because my favorite Italians, it's the Punisher, man. I just seen that shit and God damn, there was so much blood. It was so
But
awesome.
I'm happy. I'm happy you were happy about it.
Oh,
So,
so
like, what I know about my ancestors from Wales is that some of them were the Templars who became houses in Italy. So I'm just saying, not all Italians are what people think are of quote unquote Italians. Some of them are fucking Welsh and French people, Knights Templar
the
people. who made
Punisher,
houses.
I don't know. That motherfucker straight up Italian.
Well, well, all right, yeah, sure.
That motherfucker. Bro, Jules, you gotta see it. I'm telling you.
The most recent one?
Motherfucker was, because you gotta understand, like, it's just like all hell break loose, you know, everybody's just robbing people, raping and all that shit. So, you know, he's having problem with his PTSD bullshit. And it comes to a point where he's just like, fuck, I had enough of this shit. And he just blows up. And yeah, man, he takes matters to his own hands, man, because they forced him. He was gonna kill himself. Shit crazy, man. The link is white. It does not. Let me click it. What? What do you mean? It's the link. Is that not the link? It's the link. Why is it not working? I don't know.
Wait, is someone trying to come up? Who's trying to come up?
Mike Cerrone.
Oh,
But the link ain't working apparently.
well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like copy it and see if it's different. Because sometimes, you know, just maybe you did a backspace or something. Like, we don't know. No, there's the 7. Try it again, Mike. Try again. Oh, link is white. So do we have a settings? Did you change settings or something?
No, I didn't do anything.
That's weird.
Let me see something.
So, Mike, are you on Discord? If you're in, okay, he'll restart. If that doesn't work, then we'll find each other in Discord. I'll give him the link that way. See if that helps. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that was
Okay, so let me go back.
And Nate said that link. He said that God damn it.
Oh, the
And
link
Nate
worked.
Yeah.
Fucker wop, he says. I added the fucker for Nate because I know my bro. I'm just messing. He's like, what are you doing? Okay, so real quick, let's just wrap this up. So you don't think that Michael Jackson is possibly alive?
You know what? He might be, Jules. Let's call him.
Let's call him. What do you think about? Let's just go through.
Yes, I am alive, Jules. Stop looking for me. You're making it hot, bitch. Quite frankly, you keep making these dreams about me.
You'd be like,
and you know, I'm not gonna be able to ride on the bus.
My memory alive. That's what he said.
You know, I just wanna play. That's all I wanted to do. No, so I'm fucking around. Go ahead.
Okay, look, this is gonna sound crazy, but like, okay, I know a lot of people don't think of Michael Jackson as like, you know, whatever, the most masculine man or whatever. But I have told my man, if Michael Jackson is alive and he wants me, we're done. You know, like,
I'm gonna think Jamona.
And he was like, okay, baby, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, yeah. But Michael Jackson is the purest, sweetest soul that I've ever seen in this world. He is. He's better than the Dalai Lama because he's a fucking pedophile. The Dalai Lama is a fucking pedophile, everyone. If you didn't know. Fucked up. Got
Love
cut
boys.
off. Like, seriously.
I love little boy.
The purest, sweetest soul. And that's what I care about. How pure your soul is.
My name Dalai Lama. I love little boy.
Stop. Stop. Come on. I didn't want to laugh at that. That's not okay.
Yes. Me Dalai Lama. I love little boy.
Come on, bro.
No, Dalai Lama. No. We're going to play right now. Everybody at the temple. I don't like these games.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, it's some sick shit out in this world, man.
Yeah, it's some really sick shit out there, dude. So there was another. You want to switch topics or? You have more to
Yeah,
say?
I had a couple Michael Jackson. Are you? Well, give me a second.
I can give you 30 minutes if you want because I have some
No, my daughter.
other shit.
My daughter, this is just clumsy as hell. Falling off stairs.
Aw, bless her.
Should have been paying attention what you're doing.
It's Michael rocking his little nice shirt and a little Saint style dinner with you.
Yo, that's my Clippers.
Ooh, got a fresh line, but it won't pay. Stuck a blaze in the moon, walking away. Faith don't cost a thing when you slick on your feet. Clippers in my hands, gliding down the street.
Bring that back, man.
Ooh, that's got a kick.
Woo, that's fire. Oh, that's burning. Oh, my fire in my soul right now.
Right?
It's relaxing, like tiny tap shoes. Yeah. Little beats in your ear.
Slip, knit, slip, just like that. Keeps the chaos calm.
You're making a scarf?
For winter, everybody's Michael rocking.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Michael, incredible performance tonight. Third round rear naked choke. How you feeling?
I'm just thankful, man. It was a tough fight. He caught me early, but I stayed composed, stayed smooth, kept my rhythm.
Michael, incredible performance tonight. Third round rear naked choke. How you feeling?
I'm just thankful, man. It was a tough fight. He caught me early, but I stayed composed.
Oh man. What Mr.
Every
Mike?
time you play anything like that, you need to go, "You're not my
Really
dad."
low, but the volume is so low.
Hey, Mike. How
Can you guys hear me?
doing?
Yes, yes,
Good
sir.
to
we
see you,
can.
Mike. Good to see you, bro.
What the heck?
What's
Like,
up?
I restarted my phone and now I got the link, but now I can barely hear anybody.
What? Let me see if I can. Let me see. Is it?
I can barely hear anybody. What the heck is? Let me check something real quick. What the heck's going on?
Let me see. Can you?
No,
Can
it's
you
all the way up.
try now? Try now.
Yeah, I'm like, I can barely hear
Oh,
anybody.
we can hear you. We can hear you. We can
Yeah,
hear you. Can you hear
but
me?
it sounds. Yeah, I can't hear anybody. I'll come back. I'll come back. Give me 1 second.
All right, no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Cerrone. Freaking yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just find it hard to believe that he dead, man. You know, Michael Jackson. I mean that he's still alive. I mean, I'm sorry. I got it backwards.
Okay, well, that's fine. You're allowed your beliefs. I want to say
Can you guys raise
publicly
my
that
mic? I can't hear anybody.
sure. Let's see what we can do, Mike.
The weirdest thing because I'm all the way max.
So weird.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, your mic settings are like
If
200%.
if you guys can hear me, it sounds just like whispers from you guys. I don't know if something's
That's
wrong
crazy.
with StreamYard. I don't know, but I'm all the way up.
It's-
Like I've
Yeah,
checked my
that's
audio
wild.
settings.
I
I'm all
even
the way high.
reset it my from my end too.
I have no clue.
Yeah, Mike, I just put you at 200%, so I don't know what else we can do,
It
bro.
is so weird. It's never happened to me before.
So how you doing?
Let me see. Give me 1 second.
How are you, buddy?
All right, I got it. All right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
Good. Settings were off, and I'm sorry. The settings were all whacked out. My bad. My bad. So what do y'all and salute? What are you guys talking about? What's on the agenda tonight?
We were talking about Michael Jackson.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
Tarzan Tech.
a true story. A true story. I actually got to see him. I didn't meet him, but I got to see him at
where at?
At Disneyland
I
in
was at Disneyland.
in
Check it
19
out.
check it out in 1988. I was
I was born in
13, 14
'88.
years old. Yeah, I was 13.
I was
14.
born in 88.
Yeah, and he just walked past us. He had a whole crew of security with him. He was going to Club 33. In other words, there's a private club, but literally he just walked past us, and I had a Kodak disc camera. This is how old this is. We're talking about 88, bro. You know, this is a long time ago. But I remember him walking past, and just his presence was just like, wow. I mean, to be in his presence was amazing. It was amazing. So I don't believe the bad things they say about him. I mean, to me personally, I don't believe it. I don't believe those horrible rumors about the guy. I just, it is what it is. I
Yeah.
don't know what you feel, but I think he was literally, I mean, probably him and Elvis Presley are the best performers to ever walk the earth. They are just
Yeah.
amazing.
And he married Elvis's daughter, let's
did.
not forget.
He did. And she, and it's funny because she looks so much like Elvis. It's like, you could see that she looked like him. She had the same features. But she talked not bad about him, but she said she regretted marrying him. If you look into that, you do it for yourself. But she said that he was not a good husband. That's what she said. But she's also kind of a weirdo. So I don't know. So I think
Yeah.
I just think Michael was a really innocent guy, and he got a bad rap. And I mean, just imagine, having all the money in the world and not knowing how to deal with it. I mean, he was so wealthy; it was just beyond even comparison. you know, how much money he was worth, and how do I handle this? And people are after him for, you know, extortion and stuff like that. And, you know, you don't know what's true and what's a lie. You don't know. You know, you have no idea, you know.
Yeah.
But
I
Michael,
can see though, I can see how like he would have felt like his childhood was stolen from him.
Yeah.
And trying to recreate that childhood. Like I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see all that arc, you know, and then
Well, he
him
was-
making it be fruition with Neverland Ranch.
Well, he was very eccentric, and some people that are eccentric, they're geniuses. So he was a musical genius. Like he was a genius, and his brain worked, I think, on a different level. But people misunderstood the way his thought patterns are and stuff like that. But I think he had an innocence to him. Should a grown man be sleeping in a room with kids? On paper, no, that should not happen. But if nothing bad is going on, it's like I said, I wouldn't have my kid there. But you know, the whole thing is that to each his own. But I don't think he ever abused anybody. I don't think that whatsoever. That's just what I choose to believe. You know.
Yeah. Amen. Good job, bro. I think you're reading the situation correctly.
Yeah.
You know, like he was not an abuser. If anything, he protected people and kept them from abuse. And even like Macaulay Culkin, like so he's like the most famous child star that we know of, right? And he was like, no, we hung out, we were friends. He never did anything to me. Like Macaulay Culkin will have Michael Jackson's back till the day he dies.
Well, there was another one. Remember Aaron Carter? Rest in peace. Aaron Carter is gone. But Aaron Carter was very close to Michael Jackson.
Mike, why do you exaggerate everything about your life?
What?
Like, Mike, you weren't a
Aaron
cop.
Carter.
You didn't
Wait, is
train
this
with Chuck
Jenna?
Norris.
Can you drop it? Can you drop him, please?
Mike, you weren't a cop.
Can you drop him, please?
Who is that, Mike? Who is
That's
that?
Prime. That's a
Oh,
yeah.
Prime
I-
coming up as a girl.
I was an officer. I actually was an officer for 6 years. Yeah, so it's okay. But no, that Prime actually got in trouble for harassing a woman in the UK. So, but anyway, we'll let that go. I'm not going to dox anybody on this channel.
Yeah, let go of that drama shit, please. I don't
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
hear
I'm
about it.
not here for that. But the
Yeah,
whole
don't-
thing
don't
with
do that. Talk about Michael Jackson.
But Aaron Carter, which was Nick Carter's brother. Remember Aaron Carter? He was Nick Carter was the Backstreet Boys. Aaron Carter came out and said they tried to pay him. Aaron Carter said they tried to pay him to disparage Michael Jackson's name. They tried to pay him. And he said, no, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. You know, and he never did anything wrong. So Macaulay Culkin said the same exact thing. No, the guy's
He
a saint.
did. You're right.
Yeah, he's a saint.
Macaulay Culkin did say the same thing.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't believe that, but it's unconventional relationships, you know, and we
Well,
do a lot of-
honestly, like I couldn't believe it. I have to say
Yeah.
this in public, but I couldn't believe it just off of the feelings that I got from his music back
Yeah.
in the 80s, 90s, whatever. You know, like he has such a soul for humanity that he could not be an abuser.
there's so much love in his energy.
Come on,
There's
Latino,
so-
you gotta stop supporting this shit, OG.
Come on.
There's so much love in his energy, young lady. You know, he literally he loved everybody, you know. And the thing is that he transitioned into the world, you know. There are a few people that are known to every single person in the world. And Michael Jackson was known to everyone, like every person. You can go to, you know, the bum Fs of China, and people know who Michael Jackson is. Like they know this man. Yeah.
Yo, check this clip out real quick.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
It's Michael at the gym.
So you know one of his best friends. You know Michael Jackson, one of his best friends was Chris Tucker. I don't know if you guys know that. That's one of his
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
and
We
Chris
love
Tucker
Christmas.
Chris Tucker said that Michael Jackson was a G. Like he could pull ladies and like he had game and swag. Like that whole persona of yes,
Of course.
yeah, no, this dude could pull Superman. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson was dating Brooke Shields and
Yeah, I was gonna say he took Brooke Shields to the Grammy Awards or whatever. Yeah.
This guy could pull anybody,
Yeah, he could pull anybody.
But he had the persona of someone soft, but he wasn't soft. And that's the thing. And who was it? Who did the impression of him where he was a tough guy? I can't remember who. A comedian did it. I can't remember who did it. Like he was beating people up. But they say Michael Jackson was a masculine guy. He was. He just had a high voice. That's
No,
the-
but really, that's the
Yeah.
other thing that I have encountered is that so like his high voice
Yeah.
is a persona that he puts on, but really,
Yeah.
so he has to make an effort to do that. His
Yeah.
real voice is actually very deep.
It's deeper. It's deeper. You ever heard
Yeah.
the real recordings of him? He sounds
Yo,
completely-
my name is Michael Jackson, dog.
Michael Jackson.
Y'all want to be talking
It's
like,
like a black dude said, Michael Jackson.
oh shit, the
Like-
camera. How you doing?
Shut
Shut
But no,
my
But what a great way. If like think about this, okay? Think about like back in the 80s or whatever. People back then people
Yeah.
were coming for him. It wasn't even thinking about faking his death or anything yet, right?
Yeah.
But he knew he needed to sound different if he wanted to go out in public himself
Oh,
in
my goodness.
disguise and use his own voice.
And his children
Right.
are doing great. All his kids are doing fantastic. Was it Paris, Blanket, whatever? I can't remember his real name, but his kids are doing great. His estate, just his estate alone, they're all multi-millionaires. Like he took care of his children. And people try to say that they're not his kids, but they are his kids. It's just I believe they were inseminated, within the mother. I don't know. I don't know that to be true. But he's got beautiful kids. He really does. And his legacy will live on forever. I mean, he's the greatest entertainer to ever grace our lives. I mean,
Sure.
he's amazing. But the whole thing is this movie, I think, really put him in a good light. It didn't put him in a bad light. I think it showed, how he really was behind the scenes. Let me ask you this. Just imagine the pressure that a Michael Jackson had to go through, the pressure of fame. And like he can't. Okay, so me and you can walk in 7-Eleven, right? And get a hot dog and get a Slurpee, whatever. He can't go anywhere. Like he literally will get mobbed by thousands of people, so that has to be a weight on someone's shoulders. So celebrity has to have some kind of price to pay, even though that they're rich, they have no personal life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's hard to have personal relationships if you're that famous.
Imagine just trying to go out and hang out, somewhere, going to a sports bar and getting some wings, and you're Michael Jackson and there's like 15,000 people outside, trying to rip your shirt off. It's like, what the heck?
I'm about to play. I'm about to play a video. real quick.
Let me get some blue cheese. It's got to be terrifying.
She's trying to get me. Everyone's talking about the way you
got you by my side. This pain I can't hide. It just ain't right. Whispers in my mind. Memories are taking and it's breaking. No one just can't take it. Bad attitude of what you don't do, girl. Bad attitude if you want it, come and get it. Bad attitude, you got to slow down. Cause you're living your life. You best go. Bad attitude of what you don't do, girl. Bad attitude if you want it, come and get it. Bad attitude, you got to slow down. Cause you're living your life. You best go. Bad attitude of what you don't do.
Yeah. Enough of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce out, man. Yo, Innate Ways. I don't know if that's your friend or not. Talking about I was sexually abused, bro. Like, you know, dude, I don't need to be here, man. I don't. I come up to hang out
Who
with
said?
you.
Who said that? Where?
Innate Ways. I don't need to be deal with. You know, I don't need to deal with that shit, man. You know.
Where's that? Where's that?
Yeah, come on. I was
Oh,
abused.
come on,
Yeah,
Innate. Oh, I
sexually and
see it.
stuff. Yeah. I mean, that person needs to be gone, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, look, I mean, I've been through that kind of shit myself. I don't know what he was
Never
trying
happened.
to say.
Never happened. That's another faggot hiding behind a sock account. So you want to come to my face? I'll rip your fucking throat out, bro. You're talking about, you know, someone being touched and stuff. Why
think
would you
so?
even joke about that? Like, that's disgusting. That's gross. You know, to even talk about stuff like that. Very, very strange to me. So that person was probably touched, but I mean, I wasn't. I don't know. You know, I don't know. But you know, to go to that level, I think is disgusting. So we were having a good conversation. I think we were. You know.
Well, we can keep having a good
Yeah,
conversation.
it's all right. No, it's, you know, I
don't
get
have to
turned
look
off, and yeah,
around, you know?
it's all right. I get turned
Honestly,
off,
like,
and it's all good.
I'm surprised because
Yeah, I mean, talking about someone being touched, like what are you talking about? Like what? Like why would you even bring that up, dude? You know, not
Come
you
on,
guys.
Latino. You got to stop
Yeah.
supporting this shit, OG.
yeah. See, he said, I didn't say shit
Yeah,
about
it's a clown
I
show. This
feel
is a
like,
fucking clown
you know,
show. You know,
I just think there's like some crosshairs happening.
yeah, but I mean, nobody was touched physically. You know, like I mean, I don't know why someone would even bring that up. Like that would go into their mind to think about something like that. So obviously, that person maybe touches people. I don't know. But I don't talk about something like that. We were having a good conversation, but I mean, it's all right. It's cool.
I just feel like it's like
Yeah.
something's happening that's gone on astray because Innate Ways, honestly, he's a cool guy. Like he was my very first YouTube like best friend.
Yeah. Well,
So I you know,
yeah, I was never touched.
honestly, I'm just gonna see what he says before whatever you say.
I was
because
never
he's my
touched by
friend.
anybody. Yeah, so I don't know why he would even make those comments. That's just very suspect to me. That's a suspect.
It might not
comment.
even. I don't think it was
Yeah.
even related to you
That's
because before
suspect,
this
bro.
we were
It's like,
talking
yo,
about
it's
Michael
like-
Jackson and stuff.
I
don't
know
even
that.
think
That's
he meant that about you, bro. Like Mike, I don't think he meant that about you. I do. I think we're getting some wires crossed.
Yeah.
It was even about you.
I'm not the one to mess with because I mean I'm a good troll, you know, and I can get into someone's personal life and fuck their life up. So Innate Ways, just watch your mouth, bro. Watch who you're talking to. Just watch out. That's all I'm telling you. Don't call somebody a diddler when they're not. Don't do that. I'm just telling you, there's consequences and there's repercussions. Don't do that stuff. You know. So that's all I'm saying. You know, you could say I don't like that person or I don't.
What up,
I don't-
Nunzio?
Nuns.
Yo, what's
Blue.
the word? Yo, Mikey, Jules.
Yo,
how
that's
you
my
doing?
guy. Nuns is my guy. Yo, this guy's calling. Tell me I was.
What's up,
touched.
Nunzio?
Yeah, what the hell's going on with these? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yo, did you see what was going on in the other channel? I was playing that shit, bro.
You were going crazy, bro. You were going ham on him.
Yeah, Ghost. You see what happened with Ghost?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
it was wild. I was gonna come up, but I had family over. I couldn't cam up, you know. But yeah, no, that was good, man. Yo, you're
Yo, give me one
fighting
second.
you're fighting a good fight. You are.
Yes, brother. We have you know, there's a lot going on in the world, bro. People will be awakened or shunned. You know what I'm saying? Latino, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Euphrates is drying up. Did you hear about that?
What's that? The river?
Yeah, the river where the four archangels are cast.
Damn.
Not fallen angels. My fault. I didn't mean to say archangels. You know?
Where is that located? That like I just don't wanna
that's
say it
like
wrong.
Israel and Palestine, like over there.
Yeah, I was about to say like Africa or some shit, right? Like on the top.
You talking about the Euphrates?
Euphrates.
That's near Baghdad. That's in Iraq.
Oh, so you're back.
But, you know,
It's
that's
like,
supposed
you know,
to
it's
be
like
one of
it
the
stretches-
rivers of the Garden of Eden, allegedly.
Yeah, it stretches upon, and then like there's certain aspects, right? So before in 2020 there was like an alpha sign, right? Like before the pattern was decreased, and now that the water's like decreasing, it says omega. It says omega. I got a video in the back for y'all. If y'all you don't got to play it, but I'll send it to y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, we done talking about Michael Jackson. We continue talking about it too, but we could talk about other things too.
Hey, before you do that, though, I got a comment on Michael Jackson.
Go ahead.
He was in the Epstein letters, allegedly, and the Epstein letters, from what I've read, exonerated him. There were some things that they wanted him to do that he refused to do. They were the ones that they were the ones that got the quote unquote nastiest son of a attorney to levy the allegations, and that was in 1993, and we all know exactly what happened after that.
Yep. I was all in there, man. I saw. It's crazy.
Good point, Juan. Good to hear your voice, bro.
I put the video in the back chat. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to pull it up. And Michael Jackson wasn't. Okay, Michael Jackson said that it was said that Michael Jackson was trying to save kids from the island. I don't think anybody in the government or anything like that. I think they're all. So you know what govern means, right? Control, and ment means mind.
Yeah, it means restrict the mind. It's Latin for restrict the mind.
Restrict the mind. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. When people are over, why do we only use 10% of our brain? Why is that? Government. There's so many things that we can unlock, bro. Like there's elements that we are developing cancer. We're developing all this shit, like getting sick. You know, I was looking up.
Or them releasing those ticks. They're releasing ticks here in Texas. They're going to ranches and there's just boxes full of ticks, and when they bite you, you get alpha gal, so you can't eat meat.
Yep.
Dude, that's what Nate was talking to me about earlier. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I have friends here in South Texas that are ranchers, and they saw that.
Be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised
showed me
if Bill
pictures of that
Gates,
stuff, man.
if Bill Gates were and his people, because he wants to make that meatless bullshit. And feed that
Yes.
shit to it.
So remember in the what's it called? There was a flood, right? So initially we were already eating, like we had a vegetarian diet, right? So when the flood came and wiped out all the food, there was a famine. So that in the New Testament it says that we're able to. And the Old Testament says you're not supposed to eat the blood of an animal because we're all connected through the blood, right? Now in the New Testament it's saying that the famine happened.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but didn't some of the Old Testament say that we shouldn't be eating certain meat because it was unclean?
Yes, like pork and stuff like that. Yes.
Right,
But-
like pork, there are cousins. Okay, let's keep going.
Exactly. So that's what it is. But if you guys want to play the video, some people may not be able to handle it because this shit right here is about to be. You're about to find out this shit right here. This guy is on point. He did a great show about this. Phenomenal guy too. Go check him out.
What La Llorona is that, man?
Yeah, for real. What's that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even replicate that, man.
Squealing
Yo,
animals.
that was the fallen angels crying out for help. Y'all
Mis
gonna find out.
hijos, ¿dónde están mis hijos? ¿Dónde están?
Guadalupe.
Euphrates River.
Santa
According to
Maria.
the Iraqi Ministry of Water Resources, the Euphrates River could be dry. Is the book of Revelation happening in real time? The Iraqi Ministry of Water Resources have now done a new research on the Euphrates River. And for the very first time, they have now given us the final date of when Euphrates River will be completely dried up. In the meanwhile, archaeologists have explored about 15% of the Euphrates River that is already dried. And some of the things they found underneath the Euphrates River will actually bring chills to your bones. Because I don't know if you guys take the scriptures of the Bible seriously or not, but from the research that was recently done on the Euphrates River, from just 15% of the river being researched by the archaeological team, they have found an entire lost city which has been underneath the water for thousands of years. And we're talking about cities that was sunken way before the timeline of Jesus Christ. Now, these cities were part of the Old Testimony in the Bible. Now, there are a few videos circulating online claiming that archaeologists have heard some weird sounds from underneath the Euphrates River because there seems to be a massive city that goes underneath. And while they were excavating the site, they actually heard of what seemed to be someone inside screaming for help. Now, there are many different footages, like this one right here, for example, where you can actually hear some sort of chain being dragged on, and then there's some kind of weird monster screaming. I want you guys to hear this. That is scary. We have another footage here where you can actually hear a very similar sound, but then this time it almost sounds like someone is screaming for help and crying in there. And take a look at this. Now, a lot of researchers have heard about this noise and they try to decode it. And many researchers, they just want to say that these are the noises that are formed because the whole city was underneath for all these years. And such noises are natural phenomenon, which where, you know, if you go down to some of these underground caves, which has been inside water for many years, you'll actually hear some real weird sounds. And they claim that these sounds are just created by the heavy wind that blows into those caves inside. Now, genuinely speaking, I don't know if this is true or not. But what's interesting is that there is a very similar case where the Soviet Union, I don't know if you guys remember this, when they dug a massive hole.
Yo, I think when he was saying abused mentally or whatever the hell it was, I'm not talking about the video. I think he was talking about Michael Jackson, bro. So there was a confusion there. I know your name is Mike too, so
Might have been.
all right. But anyways, anything on the video so far?
This is, I mean, literally, listen, I'm going to be completely frank with you. Like, I don't know if you've seen my past couple videos on different streams. I was passed out in a field and I was found and I was intubated and I went somewhere else. Listen to me. I'm a Catholic. I went somewhere else. So if you're asking me, hell is real. It's real. And God is real. Jesus is real. And if you call on him, he's going to save you if you have pure of heart. But what this video is stating is that people that are trapped in that evil place that they're in, you know, but I mean, it gives me the, you know, like my hairs are standing up on my arms because I went through this. I don't know if you know this, brother. I went through this about a month and a half ago. Like I was in ICU for 9 days. Did you know that?
Yeah. I remember.
It's like I was at the doorstep, you know, of leaving, you know, this world. And I came back stronger than ever. Dude, I am so healthy now, dude. I run, I'm healthy. But the only reason I made it is because I called out to Jesus. I'm just saying that's what I did. And but all this biblical stuff, I have so much invested in it, and I know that you like it, and you like to see what's going on. But there's something going on right now in the world that we're on the cusp of something horrible happening. With evil, good and evil are fighting right now. And people always direct it towards Jerusalem and Muslims and things like that. But there is definitely a conflict going on right now. What do y'all think?
I believe that there's a constant conflict through good and evil on a day-to-day basis because they're fighting over your soul to take it, right? And it may sound crazy. It may sound
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
It isn't, but some people do not have that enrichment of enlightenment yet. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to understand it or comprehend it, right? So, it may sound crazy, right, to certain people, but for me, it makes perfectly sense, right? And that's just what it is.
Nunzi, I don't know what happened to you, but you seem reborn. I mean, and I'm not glazing you. You seem reborn. You seem like you're astute now to like much more than I've ever known you as. Like you are like laser sharp on getting right with God and good and evil, And the whole thing is that a lot of us fall on the wayside because we get into the bad habits and the bad stuff. But like you seem like you're on it, man. So salute.
Well,
Yes.
what you just said is the reason why I don't judge anybody, because I love my vices. You see me right now drinking a watermelon hard tea, right? Pause, right? I've fornicated, I've committed adultery, things like that. I have those vices, in me. So I'm not running around judging people. But to your point, I think that I'll be quite honest, not to sound rude, but I think shit already hit the fan. We just don't know it yet. It's like that thing where you're in the quickening and you don't know what's going on until after it finally hits you. And I see that now. Like, for example, I was talking to my friend this morning. We were discussing strategies over something that I'm not allowed to talk about here on the YouTube streets. But in either case, they're like, yeah, gas is $11 a gallon, and we're dealing with this thing and that thing. And I'm like, you notice that everything seems dull all of a sudden? Like I'll listen, I'll go to a concert and it's not the same anymore. I'll watch a movie and it's not the same anymore. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that might be part of that quickening that everybody's talking about, because it seems like everything is just sped up so much that we're just numb to everything.
Let me ask you a question. I have to ask you a serious question, and I want you to be honest with me. Do you think that we are in a simulation?
No.
Like in other words, it's like an alternate.
So I want to add something to that statement, if possible.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Right. There's things that we don't understand. What was the statement that you made? I'm sorry about that. I got a lot going on.
We're almost transitioned into like a different realm. Like people always talk about different dimensions and like simulation. Like I feel like we're almost asleep. We're awake. Right?
Yeah, I recall what I was talking about. So Juan, right? So there was a particular video I was watching, right? And they say that the Pope was the Antichrist, because in the Bible it says the return of the Antichrist will come back with a heavenly crown, a heavenly throne, and a white robe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, his job is
and he also said that that they'll say my praises and my words, but they're not me.
I think that's the AI, in my honest opinion, because there are so many things. I've noticed it even myself, that I'll watch a movie or what have you, or a song or what have you, and later on I find out that shit's AI, and I'm like, whoa! Like there's a song that I had on repeat called Papa Ute. It was written by a human, but he made it like a club song. It was talking about what was going on in Rwanda. But then they had the AI version that came out like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago. And it sounded, like those African chants or what have you. But it was badass. And I'm listening to it. And I'm like, this is awesome. Whoever the heck this is, if they're doing a concert, I'll go. And they're like, Pacheco, that's AI. Oh shit, that's AI. I didn't even know. And then I was watching a 10-second spoof on Tim Pool, like a Timcast or what have you. But it wasn't him. it was AI. So I think that the AI is going to be the thing that everybody falls for, and that's going to be the Antichrist that people are worshiping, that the Bible talks about.
And it's been forecast that AI is, dude. the Terminator. How young were we when the Terminator came out with
Yo.
AI? Like
We
we've
were
been
talking
talking
about
about
that.
it
that
for
came out.
30
Yeah, we
years.
were talking about
For
that the other
30
day.
years. We've been talking about AI for 30 years, and it's coming to fruition now. It is. AI is the Antichrist. That's what it is. It goes against basic religion, and it's just easily accessible, and it's just, whatever you want, it's like a buffet of debauchery, and I'm telling you, AI can duplicate your voice, duplicate your image. It's evil. It's an evil entity. You know what, guys? Guys, it steals your soul. God gave you a soul, and AI steals your soul because it duplicates you. Does
So
that make
Mike,
sense?
can I explain something to you? So remember how you were talking about the simulation? Have you ever looked into the forgotten text, like the banned books of the Bible, specifically Adam's Apocalypse? Specifically, Adam's Apocalypse. Adam has an enlightenment, right? What happened was, and he starts remembering everything, how he came to earth and all that. So initially, Adam and Eve were one being. They came down. The false prophet split them in half, made Adam and Eve serve him. They beam him up all the way to the sky. 3 beings that he sees. The ones that are rulers of the control, like controlling the world, right? Like the universe and all that shit, right? So, bro, there's a lot going on with this situation.
There's so much to unpack, man.
Anybody with Seth's origin, then it was also said, anybody with Seth's origin, like, so you know how Eve had Cain and Abel, then they had Seth. So they're saying that anybody with Seth's origin, right, could feel and see these things ahead of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had that like foresight, more or less. Y'all need to go check that book out, bro.
Yeah.
Adam's Apocalypse. Yo, I'm gonna go sit down and eat my steak, my asparagus, my rice. I'll be back.
Oh, dude, I'm jealous. You got steak, man. I'm jealous.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Zell's cooking good for you. But Nunzio, I'm telling you, the Book of Enoch is being opened up. The Book of Enoch is just unfreaking believable. All the information coming out of the Book of Enoch.
Yo, talking about the Book of Enoch. Do you, with CERN and all this other shit and all that, like, you think it's a possibility that we do live among shit that we can't see or comprehend, bro?
Yes.
So I'll be very tactful just to answer you. Then, and young lady, you step in. I actually worked as a contractor with, good companies. There are things that are unexplainable, and there's more and more Navy, because I live in a Navy town. There's more and more Navy pilots, saying that there are crafts that can't be explained. It's impossible to move that way, and there are beings that are retrieved. So yes, there are things that we can't explain, and they're not genetically engineered. They're from somewhere else. For anyone to think that we are alone in the universe, which is infinite, I think is ridiculous. What do y'all think?
That face on Mars says otherwise. That's all that I can say.
Oh yeah, you saw it. You saw the imprint on Mars. On Mars,
I've seen that ever since I was a second grader. Like I was 8 years old, and I had this book called Spacecraft or what have you. And they, in that book that I had bought at the book fair, it actually had the picture of the face. They say it's rocks, but it looks like a face.
It's not rocks. Buzz Aldrin said that he saw Buzz Aldrin from Apollo said he saw crafts landing on the moon. He said he saw it, and then they tried to shut him up because you can't be having that. You can't be talking about that kind of stuff. Listen, aliens are real. They're real. They're out there. And it's just civilizations from so many generations ago. But I don't think they mean us any ill will. But if
Real
we get
quick,
to,
can we pause from what you just said from so many generations ago? Because it seems like everything that I've gathered, or what seems to be, is that they talk about Mars, and Mars was inhabited, but shit popped off, nuclear explosions. They had to fucking leave, right?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
nobody lives on Mars anymore. That they came here. So why the fuck do they want to go back to Mars right now? I don't get it. Like, what are they doing? What do you think is happening with that?
What I think it is we found out.
Maybe whatever they did in Mars, they're gonna do over here, and then they're like, "Shit, we're gonna have to go back to where we were."
Well, I think they figured
Just
out
to
how
raise
to
it-
reverse what happened to Mars, because Mars is what a majority carbon dioxide.
It's carbon dioxide, yeah. So it's
Yeah,
it's
rich
wild
planet,
shit,
and
like
now
the
you
original
figure out that the
teaching,
greens
like,
can give.
we were told that
Yeah.
that place, had grass, shit was growing, there was water and
Well,
all that.
carbon-
Like,
well,
could it be
well-
possible, what off,
Yes.
what we know.
Yeah, but-
I mean, what I think that I know of the pyramids, could it have been a generator, and maybe that shit went haywire, and maybe that's why it's a
With
fucking
carbon
desert in that area?
dioxide,
Like, I don't
with
know. I
carbon
think
dioxide,
wild
if we-
shit like that.
Yeah,
yeah, with carbon, if we can plant with carbon dioxide, it's going to feed off of
Shit
the
that we don't
oxygen,
understand and
so we can
comprehend, man.
grow
Like,
crops.
Like, there's a
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
that was saying, like, how this free energy, like 200 feet from us, like
The telluric
put a-
current. That's what you're talking about, Latino. The
what is it,
telluric
like
current.
a electricity reader or whatever you call that.
But,
No,
I got to tell you,
he got a reading.
Yeah, there's a
Latino-
current.
So, like,
There's a
who's to
current
say,
about
man?
300
Like,
feet below us called the
there's
telluric
things that we
current.
don't understand, man.
Well, Tino, I got to tell you something. I work, and I don't mind saying some personal stuff about me. I work with BAE, which is a contractor. And dude, trust me, wind turbines and ocean currents, contributed into electricity is going to be the next thing when oil runs out. Because oil's going to run out eventually, and it's going to be clean energy. It's going to be clean. But there's so much being put into using the elements, using the sun, using the power of the ocean, because oil is toxic to the environment. It really is. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy nut. I'm not like one of those people that's talking about climate change, but like when you burn coal, when you burn oil, it is emissions. It's toxic. It really, really is. But guys, I'm telling you, and young lady, it's just, we have to figure out how to sustain energy going forward, because at one point it's going to run out. Oil's going to run out. What do you think?
Well, regarding oil,
I
there's
don't think oil's
sorry.
gonna run out. I'm sorry, Juan. I'll be brief, but I don't think oil's gonna run out. I think it's the Earth's blood, in a sense, and we have an unlimited supply, and they just want us to think it's limited for money. Go ahead, Juan.
I was just gonna say there's already there's a dilutant a natural dilutant in the atmosphere. This is like historical geology 101 coming back to me again from undergrad. Called, what are they called? Eukaryotes or whatever the heck. Those little microscopic creatures actually eat the oil itself. So I don't think that it's something. I mean, if we don't overdo it, it's not something that's going to completely overdo the Earth. And you're right, the emissions produce what's known as ozone. But believe it or not, I mean, I would argue that the ozone that we created actually is the reason why the hole in the ozone layer covered up. Like, remember, everybody was saying that the ozone layer was going to disappear back in the early 1990s, early to mid 1990s.
They talk about
Yes.
They talk about like spray cans. They talked about the spray cans. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
that
and,
whole
and
that
Al
hole in the
Gore
ozone
said
closed
that
up.
Al Gore said that we should be like under the water by now, by 2020.
Yeah, the inconvenient truth is a farce. We all should have been. I should have been dead by now. I should have been dead 2 years ago, actually, because of the rising sea levels.
Well, I don't know what happened, but we just created a lot of dead air there. So I really think that whatever we're told is happening is very not the truth. As far as what's happening in the world, with the world, it's like there's been so much shit in my lifetime and your lifetimes where we have observed that whatever they have told us is not accurate. It's not the truth. And I think a lot of us have started to call bullshit, like they're lying to us about what's happening. And so like when they want to call it quote unquote, global warming, and now they've changed it to climate change, end quotes. So what? If you look at the cycles of time and everything that's happened, we're at the end of a mini ice age. Let me repeat that. We're at the end of a mini ice age. So yeah, shit's supposed to get fucking warmer. It's supposed to get fucking warmer on natural. That's where I am. People are dumb and get scammed.
Well, I think people are going to think I'm crazy, and I don't care at this particular point. It's like I told what's his name, Out on the Lamb. I'm at the point now where I just don't give a damn anymore about anything, because we've been lied to about so much. But I think that this is I don't know if anybody's ever played the video game Tron. It's a video game that came out like 1982 or 1983, where you had these robots, and these robots got like super intelligence. And they surmised that we as humans were useless, so these robots needed to get rid of us. And so there was like 2 humans left, and you were one of the humans, and your job was to destroy all the robots in that game. It looked, if anybody's ever played Space Invaders, it looked like Space Invaders. That's how primitive the graphics were. But the storyline I see happening right now, because you have AI.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders was the Space Invaders for the win, right? But that particular thing I see right now, you have AI. Like I mentioned, I fell for the AI music. I fell for the Tim Pool video that wasn't Tim Pool. It was that real. But on the other side of it as well, I'll do a memorandum, or I'll do a memorandum of points and authorities, a legal brief basically. And where normally we would pass off to the legal assistant to do the statute of citations on the table of authorities, and that would take a day to get done. Not anymore. Like, just tell Copilot, prep a statute of citations and table of authorities based on this memo. And in seconds, boom, I got everything. So a lot more humans are, I hate to say it, but more useless unless they're able to get their skill sets up. And I think they're going to say, well, this is going to be 90% of the population. We need to just go ahead and get rid of you guys. All you guys do is feed off the resources that we deserve, not you, is what I think and what I fear is going to happen. And that's the whole basis of the Tron video game.
Sounds like a game I need to play.
Well, absolutely. You should play. Where did Latinos go? Where did everybody go? I'm sorry.
Oh no, he said in the chat, give me a minute, I'm sorry. So he'll be back. It's cool. It's cool.
Mike took off. Everybody took off.
It's fine. It's fine.
And Out on the Lamb is right as well, where they have the tech produced at a small scale, like at UT Austin, at the University of Texas at Austin. They had computers with CD-ROMs back in the 1950s. I mean, we didn't get introduced to CD-ROMs until 1993, 1994. And that was when the internet was barely coming out. It was barely becoming available for all of us.
Yeah, barely. That reminds me, I'm going a little off course, but do you remember the movie? It was called Real Genius. Val Kilmer was the star, but there was also like this younger nerd guy that was his like protege. Do you remember that movie? Real Genius. It was like late 80s, early 90s. And they were like college students, and like there was like this nerdy guy that was their nemesis, and then they also had like this professor. Okay, so like they did this whole thing, and they made this laser, like the space laser, and they fucked with their professor, and they recalculated everything so that the laser from space would go into their professor's house. And then it made a whole bunch of popcorn, and it made the whole house burst of popcorn. Do you remember anything like that? Because
I remember the previews. I remember the
It was-
previews to that movie. I haven't seen that movie, but then again, that was the same year that Space Invaders came out, and I wanted to see that one because of the storyline. The aliens ran out of gas, and they came to planet Earth to look for gas to go back home.
Well, that's understandable. That's understandable. It's just so funny. Like when I look back, because so you probably were like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait and see this movie in the theaters," right? Like you went and saw that in theaters.
I haven't seen it, but I might actually look for it if it's available on Amazon. I might actually and it's available in DVD format. I might actually order it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, like back in the day, that was on HBO, and we were just watching it during the summertime, like kids being home watching this Real Genius movie, and it was the best. It was so great, because you had one guy, this guy Laszlo. He's trying to figure out like the exact calculations mathematically to win all of the prizes from the lottery and some other things, and he won a whole bunch of shit in this movie, but he was like, "Oh, I still should have won more by my calculations," like it was just too great. Like the late 80s, early 90s were the best. Whether you living, movies, TV, whatever, we had the best time. It was
Even community spirit. I mean, good Lord, we had a lot of people were like, "Hey, what did you guys do if you didn't play video games?" The newer generations now are like, "We went outside."
Yeah,
we were gone.
We rode our bikes.
Yeah.
We rode our bikes around.
These kids would come over to my mom's house. "Miss LaWanda, can so and so come out?" And before my mom could actually say, "Boys, go outside," we were gone.
Exactly. So was I, man. That was freedom.
It was so bad. I tell them it was so bad that there was a commercial that came on for everybody that watched over us. "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?"
Real
And all of
genius.
our parents were like, "Fuck, we don't know where our kids are.
Yeah.
Are they in bed? Are they at home?
Real
We
genius.
don't know."
Real Genius. That was a great movie with Val Kilmer, young Val Kilmer, and the young guy, and he was in the young guy wasn't he in a? He was in a different movie too, but that was Real Genius. Was a great movie.
Oh, I'm
Fantastic.
glad you
where they did
remember.
that.
It was great.
And
Yeah.
it was the prelude to, and I'm going to be very tactful when I say this because I do know a little bit about this. It's called the railgun or pulse technology. In other words,
Yeah,
they were
our Navy
showing
has that.
lasers that were mounted for weaponization.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the shit that they used to get homeboy in Venezuela?
Yes, in Fort Tiuna, in Caracas. Man.
God
There's
bless
a
America.
video- There's a
Latinos, you
video.
heard the interview of that Venezuelan soldier? He's
Yeah.
like,
I showed that shit. I showed that shit to my wife. I showed that shit to my wife.
Yeah.
She was like, "Damn."
I've seen one. I've actually seen
She usually
one in
laughs and
person.
stuff, but she was
I've
lost for
seen it
words,
in
man.
person. It's on a ship at BAE in Norfolk, Virginia. I mean, I've seen a pulse weapon. I've actually seen one in person, and it is, man, it's something I mean, how can you explain it? It's pure energy, and the Department of Energy, which is in Newport News, New Yorktown, developed it with the Department of the Navy. And I mean, this is common knowledge, but like, look, it's an energy weapon, and they're going to be so. Remember, like a ship would have a big gun on the front, of the ship.
Well,
It's
now
gonna
it
be-
has like a missile thing where it like just knocks it.
They're
digitally
saying
or
now
some
that
shit.
it's going to have a missile battery on the side and also have a pulse weapon on the front. Basically
Yes.
pure energy. And it's just it can cut through anything. So, Department of Energy has a testing place in Newport News, and they have a particle reactor. Okay, this is all common knowledge. A particle reactor, and literally, that laser can cut through anything. I mean, the hull of a ship. I mean, just like butter. Like
Dude, it's not just that. It can cut through your brain.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen it.
scary.
I've seen it in action. I've seen it in action. It is terrifying to see that. Like it's like, choo. Like,
I have a
remember,
scary
like,
feeling, Mike, that they're going
remember
to use
when
that.
Star Wars, like the stormtroopers would shoot the lasers out of the guns? Like that stuff is real. Like you're shooting plasma. Like it's the craziest thing you've ever seen, you know, and it does exist. It does. Yeah, it really, really does. But you're gonna see. So we think so on a destroyer or a frigate, they call it a 5-inch gun, right? On the front of the ship. You know, it's going to be a 5-inch gun, being a cannon that's going to basically, you know, send warning shots or any kind of weapon systems beyond the missiles. But they're allegedly going to put pulse weapons on the ships, allegedly. So it's going to be something interesting. It's going to be you know, interesting transition.
You're right, Mike. I want to hear what Juan was going to comment on that. And then I have a video to share after everyone's comment.
I was just going to say, I think they're going to use that against us because we don't really have a real enemy anymore. So the American citizens, a lot of us are waking up and we're becoming, pardon my cursing, but we're becoming wise to the bullshit, right? And so because of that, they have to use all of that against us. And the only thing, la única cosa que me dio cuenta, I was going to Mexico earlier this week. I had to take care of some business in Mexico, about 30 minutes south of me. And I looked at the wall, you know, the wall that Trump built, and I noticed how the little hooks go inside and not outside. You know, and they say that it goes inside to prevent you from, you know, getting over or what have you. I'm like, wait a minute. In prison, they have the prison walls that have the hooks like that. You know, of course, it's full of barbed wire. And I'm like, oh shit. We're screwed if we get invaded, or if something comes up where all the men have to go up to go to a theater of action in the U.S. The wall's designed for us. We're screwed, and we fell for it. Like, hey, come on, man. You mean
no?
And you're right. And real quick, so I have a little bit of insight in this. The new warfare is going to be the drowning of the drones. In other words, they have so. How do I say this tactfully? We have motherships that launch drones. I don't know if you guys know this, but we have these big planes that will release drones and they'll massively bomb a target. So in other words,
I knew that. They have one of those planes is in Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio.
Exactly. Even the Sea-Wiz and the Aegis system can't get them all. So in other words, it's going to be where some of them are going to get through. But literally, that's going to be the new thing where they're going to release 300-400 drones to just bomb the living piss out of any target, you know, and that's so. I think that the soldier, in a sense, is going to be, you know, not as consequential because it's going to be it's going to be basically aerial bombardment. You know, it's going to be just bombs. And it all started with Desert Storm. Desert Storm was one of the greatest victories the United States has ever had, you know, with you know, us and United States, and then of course Britain and the Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. But like literally bombing is going to be just like the new warfare, you know. So I think conventional.
Well, no, I think what you were saying,
Mike,
with all due respect, I think what you were saying about like Desert Storm, that was that type of warfare in that time. But I think we've, you know, evolved, and, you know, like if we want to bomb somebody, we don't need to be there. You know, there's plenty of stuff, you know, we can do with drones and energy and all of that. So let me play something, and I want to know your take. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. Right. You know, I live in Virginia Beach, and you know, I have Oceana military base, and in Norfolk, they have the largest naval base in the world, and just like the naval power is just, the Navy is just, the United States Navy is so powerful. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
It is, and this is really quick. I don't even know.
I apologize, Tool, but the comment on YouTube, the YouTube thing that you're about to play, that is true. I've seen this system. It's called the aerial denial system. I've seen this in action, dude. You'll have like a whole group of drones fly into this area, and then all of a sudden they just fall. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Or like a whole bunch of people in the field and they'll get nauseous and start getting nosebleeds or something.
I've seen it in person. It's literally it. You like remember Aegis? Aegis was the first automated, 50
remember
millimeter
Aegis,
cannon,
Battleship.
and now there's other systems that are in place. And it's just like it even it supersedes Aegis, and it's just like wow. And they're shooting down like hundreds of missiles. And Israel's Iron Dome is much slower than our Aegis systems, but it is, wow. I mean, drone technology is the next threat. Wait, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
No, you're right. It totally is. And Trump has talked about our Golden Dome, right? Like, oh, we're going to build a Golden Dome, which I don't think he's talking about something unless it's already happened.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he better do something that's better than the Iron Dome that a certain country that shall remain nameless has, because Iran basically exposed that system for what it was.
Sure.
Yes. Well, yeah, but you know what? The crazy thing is, to me, when I look at all the backstory of stuff, when we talk about Iran, do you Juan and Mike, do you guys equate Iran with Obama?
I more equate the actions of Obama and Biden with Iran, but I don't think, as weird as this sounds, when it comes to the Iranian people, I don't think they had a dog in this fight, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, not the people. No, of course not.
But
just
when it
like
comes
America.
when it comes to the government, we did things to people that didn't have a dog in the fight, and that in that particular case, suffice to say, and I voted for Trump 3 times, but like I tell everybody, God is not Papi Chulo Trump to me. He's not God Emperor. He's still subject to criticism when I think he's fucking up. Pardon my cursing. But the thing is, the thing is when you blow up a prime minister that is no longer in office, that happened when we started bombing Iran almost 62 days ago. One of the first targets that we took out was Ahmadinejad. And I'm like, Ahmadinejad, like he hasn't been in power in like 20 years. What the hell did he have to do with this? Why did you blow him up?
Poor guy.
And I think Obama and Biden, they're just as involved, because what they think, now that I look at everything piecemeal from, I guess, today going backwards, I think they sent those billions of dollars on pallets twice as bait in Iran. The Iranian government fell for it.
Damn, the Knicks are about to win again. They're about to be 3-0.
San Antonio's got some moving to do, because they lost last night. It was close, but they lost.
Damn, man. Shout out to the Knicks.
Well, whenever you're ready to play it, Jules.
Yeah, Jules.
Sorry about that. It's only like a minute and a half, but we
Pentagon has a new tool to ease tensions with crowds, but they're not using it just yet. Peter Ducey in advance tries it out for himself.
You can't see it, hear it, or smell it, but it makes unruly mobs do this. The Defense Department's active denial system, a non-lethal weapon that can be used to control crowds, secure perimeters, and keep pirates at bay. It could be a game changer.
This is one of the things that we can shoot first and ask questions later. Normally, you can't do that.
The military says the active denial system is not radioactive, it's not a microwave, and it's not a laser beam. It's instead a man-sized beam of millimeter waves that can be fired from up to 1,000 meters away that are designed to get the subject, whoever's standing on this X, really, really hot so that they move.
In other words, it's a radioactive wave. What the hell?
Down here,
yeah.
But I just felt like it was about 1,000, and I've never been inside a tub that somebody dropped a hairdryer in, but I would imagine that that's what it feels like. After about 1.5 seconds, 1/64th of an inch of my skin was 130 degrees. But as soon as I stepped away, it was over. And the DOD says there aren't any lingering effects.
There aren't any lingering effects.
Cancer
2
risk.
minutes
There's
later.
no risk to a fetus.
I mean,
or
if it's used on our
reproductive
enemies,
capability,
fine.
it's just heat.
But the DOD admits this system does have a drawback.
We are propagating through the air. We are therefore relatively line of sight. And so we need to be line of sight with targets.
A prototype
Looks like
costs
a man.
$10 million, and there are no plans to deploy one anytime soon.
Yeah, right. Translation, they already deployed it. We just don't know about it.
Yeah. So, like, when they talk about Havana syndrome, you know, quote unquote syndrome, it's so fucking stupid when they say that. But there's definitely energetic, controlling, manipulative devices or know-how out there. You know, and it can either be used on, you know, your enemy, or it could be used on your population. And that's scary. That's the scary part. If it could be used on us, I'm
Imagine
fine with
they have
it being used on the enemy, whoever the enemy is. But,
Imagine they have a warrant for my arrest and Latino's arrest. Oye, Pacheco y Latinos, sálganse de la casa. Hay una orden de aprehensión contra ustedes. We're not coming out. F you. All of a sudden, we're burning up on the inside. Oye, Latino, tú sientes como que trae fiebre. Yo también. Okay.
I'm black. I'm black.
I'm black.
We're coming out. We're coming out. I promise. Yeah, we'll come out. We'll come out yelling, "This is racist against black people." Hey, I thought you guys were Puerto Rican.
She's
And
so black.
we're black this time, okay?
I thought you were no black. No, I'm black.
Like, I do understand that.
Please believe me.
Oh, but I have a scary feeling. I wish Mike wouldn't have left, but the scary premonition that I have is all of we don't have enemies. The only people that they can use that against is us because we're waking up. I mean,
valid point.
Good Lord. I mean, we used a ULF pulse. Mike knows about those ULF pulses to get rid of the Cuban guard that was protecting Maduro before we arrested him.
Like, who's to say that they're going to tell us all these alien shit just to get rid of us with all those weapons?
They're doing that as a distraction. Come on, Latino. We read enough of those. We read 6 million pages from a certain man, from a certain man by the name of Epstein. And a lot of us are coming wise to the bullshit. So what do they do now? Hey, these people want to know about the aliens. Bring out the aliens. Hey, scientists are disappearing. We need to know what's going on. You guys want to know about the alien? No, motherfucker, I want to know exactly what the hell you did on that island. That's what I want to know. How much money did you
Yeah.
How much money did you receive to do what you did? And what did you do with minors? What is the blackmail that they have?
There's nothing happening in the island.
But you need to know about the aliens. I don't want to know about the aliens. Fuck that. Hey, you put us $40 trillion in the hole, Trump. Come on, what's going on, man? You made Tulsi Gabbard quit yesterday. Why did you do that? Come on, man. We got questions.
Yeah, we got lots of
No,
questions.
I think it's because her husband has bone cancer or some shit like that.
That I think is the excuse. This was to me when I heard that, I'm like, okay, translation, you either resign and come up with a good reason, or we're gonna fire you and shame you in front of the public.
Mm-hmm.
She's a nice woman, but she has to go. You're fired. Something
But
like
she
that.
was good people. Not only that, but she looked hot. I love me some Tulsi Gabbard. Damn, man.
She is a very pretty
Yes,
woman,
she is.
especially for a politician.
She's a lady.
You know, like when they say that DC is Hollywood for ugly people, she is beyond that.
I mean, she ain't ugly. That reminds me of that picture that they had of Tulsi Gabbard in the or not Tulsi Gabbard, of Nancy Pelosi's 81-year-old ass in a freaking bikini.
And then they put Tulsi next to her, like holding some, big old, I don't know, whatever kind of gun she would hold when she was in the service, like her badass self.
Oh, the 1911.
Nancy Pelosi, yeah, Nancy Pelosi can't hold a candle to Tulsi.
No, but you know what I'm doing, and this is where I guess AI, for the time being, before it decides to turn into Tron, I'm gonna use it for my benefit. I figured, okay, pardon my language, but everybody's bitching and moaning about the politicians making money in the stock market. Well, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just follow their lead. AI, Claude, I think is the name of the thing. Go ahead and give me every single trade that these politicians made in the past week. I'm gonna put some money in it. If they can make money that way, I'm gonna just make money from them. It's not insider trading. I mean, it's all SEC. It's all SEC information. If they can do that, then fuck it. Pardon my language, but so can I.
Can do it, then I
Yeah,
can too.
do it, man. Do it.
Exactly.
Let me see. So, my bad. I was back here doing something. Let me see if I could actually get this in here.
No, out on the limb, I have to disagree with you. Tulsi Gabbard can get it. Okay, I'm visually impaired, right? But Tulsi Gabbard can get it.
No, she's hot. She's hot.
No, not them again. Boy, man. Make it stop. I don't understand. All that I needed to do was make a couple of moves. There's nothing illegal about the moves. But Latinos, he has to make a disparaging comment by playing that song. I understand that song
Anti-Semitic
is for purposes. But who am I? Who am I to allow him to use that song to make fun of us?
What was it? What was it that the other day? That shit had me dying, man. I was like, they be saying that they, but I said the word wrong. I said they be saying that they acidic. And I'm like, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure some of them are alkaline.
Oh man, Benjamin Netanyahu said some crap like that earlier this week. The Americans that criticize the makings of what we are doing against the people in Gaza, that is anti-Semitism. We were here and they bomb our children, so we need to get rid of them. And I kid you not, this is his words, because their kids will grow up to bomb us. Wait a minute, what? Like, how the hell do you know that their kids are going to be your enemies in the future? You realize that by taking this action, you idiot, you're making the enemies.
We just know. We have time machine.
Mr. Pacheco, you're going to have to go. When your moral character's up for review with the State Bar of California, we're going to make sure that there's some negative comments because of the way that you've been treating us. That's just not nice. Why aren't you nice? All that you need to do is treat us nice. What am I supposed to do to treat you nice? Well, if you were to offer a donation, we're not asking for money or anything, but it would be rude of me not to accept it. Dude, out on the lam, we've been politically captured by Israel as of Thursday when Massey lost, when he got primaried. And when Tulsi resigned, executive capture, I would argue, is complete. So we're screwed.
Well, excuse me, but I think we've been captured by them since like the 1940s.
True, but now it's obvious, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Maybe other people might see it now too.
This guy has his tongue up his ass so far. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand why this panel is so rude and disparaging about all of us. We have no dog in the fight. We haven't even watched this panel. But we did nothing more than help you guys. Remember Juan Orlando Hernandez, the president of Honduras? Dude, I'm Puerto Rican and black. Latinos is Dominican. Same difference. We gave the Dominican Republic a lot of money, didn't we? We also introduced them to alcohol. Yeah, look at what happened in Punta Cana. Well, that's besides the point. The point is, come on.
I'm allergic to soy. Is that kosher?
Speaking of which, did you guys see the Epstein Steve Bannon interview?
No.
Well, I remember seeing like, didn't he have like gobs and gobs of hours of interviews, like
Yes.
over 20 hours? So I saw a little bit, but I don't know if I saw whatever you're speaking of.
Well, his voice. You
There
notice
was so much.
Epstein sounded like a girl in those interviews.
Oh yeah, you sound like a little bitch.
I'm like, who in the hell would give this dude a massage?
I sound more masculine than him.
Yes, you do. No wonder he's paying these chicks. It's like, dude, I understand now why you paid the minors, even though it's illegal as hell and it's immoral as hell. But, dude, go ahead.
I wanted to get into something real quick.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything.
No.
Me neither.
This right here. Let me give you CBS News.
Uh-oh.
Give you CBS News.
U.S. are going to have to return to their home countries. Scripps News legal affairs correspondent Abijoy Burnett is looking into this change. So, Abijoy, who would be impacted by it?
Quite a few people, a couple thousand people, maybe hundreds of thousands, according to some immigration attorneys, could be impacted here. This is a new memo that was released by the Department of Homeland Security under USCIS. And according to officials in the Trump administration, according to this memo, they say people who are here in the United States who want to apply for a green card, they must leave the United States, head back to their home countries, and apply for the green cards from outside of the United States. This memo was issued late last evening, but we started to see more details on what reactions were like earlier today. And some of the people who could potentially be impacted here are students, people who came to the United States, students. There could be people who are here as temporary workers, and even tourists. And here's what an official with USCIS, this is the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, this is what a spokesperson for that agency, which is under DHS, this is what they said with regards to this new memo that has been really getting quite some attention. They said, we are returning to the original intent of the law to ensure aliens navigate our nation's immigration systems properly. From now on, an alien who is in the U.S. temporarily and wants a green card must return to their home country to apply, except for in extraordinary circumstances. I started to speak with immigration attorneys about this earlier today to get an idea of what those extraordinary circumstances could be. And they said, perhaps in instances where someone is here in the United States as a refugee, that could be seen as an extraordinary circumstance, and they may not have to return to their home country in order to apply for a green card. And for people who may not know, a green card pretty much grants permanent residency here in the United States. It does not mean that you are a U.S. citizen, but it's one step from being here in the United States temporarily to become someone who's here on a permanent basis. Some of the attorneys who I spoke with earlier today, they weren't as concerned about what this actually means. One person told me they are pretty sure people will be able to continue to apply for that green card status. But then there are other attorneys who were really concerned. They said that they've been getting many calls from their clients. Some of those clients are extremely alarmed. And they're talking about people who have family members here. There are folks who are working here in the United States. They may be married to U.S. citizens. They may be here on an H-1B visa where they're able to work. So pretty much they have set up lives here in the United States, and they're going through this process of applying for a green card. So they're now wondering, what is next for us? Take a listen to what one of those attorneys told me.
Who does this impact, right? It's family members of U.S. citizens, the immediate relatives of them. So their spouses, their parents, their children. It includes people who are here working with U.S. employers.
Whoa. Can you correct her, bro? Because I feel like she's wrong. Like, am I tripping?
Well, the thing is
why would my wife, and her family members and my family members have to worry about any of this shit if we're citizens? We're not waiting on anything.
You don't. That's the thing. But the problem that they have is everybody's conflating INA Section 245A with other provisions of the Immigration Nationality Act that provide green cards or permanent residence for other people. So, for example, in this particular news article, they brought up refugees. There's already a provision in the Immigration and Nationality Act that allows a refugee to adjust status after a year of getting refugee status. And then, of course, they bring up, not on this particular video, but a lot of the videos that I've seen, they brought up the Cubans. And I'm like, dude, there's already the Cuban Adjustment Act, which basically says the same thing as the Refugee Act. If you're a Cuban, you've been paroled lawfully into the United States and you've been here for,
and Obama lifted that. So, I mean.
Well, no, he lifted the wet foot, dry foot policy, which basically means you can get paroled, but you got to wait at the back of the line with everybody else. That's the only thing that he lifted. Like before, they just jumped in and boom, they were fast tracked. They didn't have to wait. They didn't have to get a court date or anything. They just got automatic parole. Now they have to wait along with everybody else, the Costa Ricans, the Grenadians, what have you, in that regards. But the Cuban Adjustment Act, that law's been out since we were in.
Yeah, but the way she phrased it made it seem like you and I have to worry about. Like, I don't have to worry about the shit. I mean,
no, I don't have to worry about it either.
Maybe you do based off your job and shit. But like,
not even. Basically, we're playing the waiting. We're playing the waiting game in that regards. I mean, I can't talk about. Go ahead.
Another question is, can he even do this?
Well, that's what
we have the power to do that.
That's what we don't know. INA 245 Section A, hashtag not legal advice, says that an alien that has been lawfully admitted or paroled into the United States is eligible to register for an adjustment of status. There's nothing in the case law that says that it's an extraordinary relief. There's nothing from the Board of Immigration Appeals that says that it's an extraordinary relief. And the cases that they cited in the memo that, by the way, I got that memo at my job email yesterday. The cases that they cited were cases where aliens were actually facing deportation. And it's like, dude, these people aren't facing deportation. Like those people overstayed their visas and then they did something stupid, or they got caught working and they got a notice to appear, which is basically like an indictment. And they had to basically do everything through the immigration court. This is not the case. And the other thing is based on what they're saying, by that logic, and again, I voted for Trump 3 times, but I think he's wrong here. Based on that logic, the Life Act that was available from 1997 through 2001 would have been unconstitutional. It wouldn't have made any sense for anybody that's been in the United States with an approvable petition to adjust and pay a $1,000 fee. You know,
the reason why I asked you the question is because from what I'm hearing is it took the Senate and the Congress to make that law that he's trying to
Well, yes, but what they're saying is we're interpreting the law to mean this. And so
okay.
They're going, the courts interpret the law, and people in the government agencies, the system of checks and balances, the executive obeys the law based on how they interpret the law to be, so now the courts are going to have to decide. And I think that this might lead to a conflict of circuits. The 11th Circuit will say one thing, the 9th Circuit will say something totally different. And when that happens, the U.S. Supreme Court will have to hear the case. So we'll see what happens. I think they got it wrong, in my honest opinion. In the meantime, when I looked at the memo, what they said is you have to look at all of the factors that are in favor of the alien being granted an adjustment of status. And one of the things that they cited in that memo is the alien's moral character. The negative factor is you use the visa in a way that you're not supposed to use the visa. Okay, that's one thing. But what if you came into the United States as a legit tourist and you fell in love with some dude, some American at first sight? That happens. You got married in Las Vegas. Then, at that particular point, let's say that you don't have a criminal record in the United States and you don't have a criminal record in your home country. That counts toward you. Let's say that your country, let's say Mexico as an example, is on fire right now. If we send you back to Jalisco, you're a dead man walking. You're an unalived man walking. You add all of that stuff up, and there's case law to suggest that when you add all of that up, that also counts as a huge factor in favor of you getting granted extraordinary relief.
I also heard that they even going as far to go into your social media and see.
They've always done that. They did that. They did that in
negative.
Anything negative, you're out
of the country or something like that.
Well, that's how that one girl, the Lebanese chick that was studying for her PhD in your neck of the woods Latino, that's how she got caught.
I mean, that's how the Iranian chicks too. The family of Iran, boom, they got
she needs to
bounced
get with
out.
an American. The American will treat her nice, in certain ways, wink, wink. And at that point, they'll change their minds in a heartbeat. But no, this Lebanese chick went to the funeral of the supreme leader of Hezbollah, and I'm like, you dummy! And then she posted it on Facebook. You idiot! Of course, we don't want you here. You are a risk. What could possibly go wrong if you're granted permanent residence? I mean, and then what was the name? The guy Khalil. I mean, the concern that I had with him was he was voicing his concerns against a certain country that shall remain nameless because I don't want to be disparaging against that country.
Wait.
You don't want.
Oy vey, shut him down.
All right, enough.
But then his audio, the audio of what he said during those protests when all of those students held up Columbia University came out, and he was like, we're going to occupy the university by whatever it takes in order to get our message heard. The moment he said that, it's like, dude, every freaking defense I had for you is gone. You got to go. Sorry. It is what it is. You lied on your application. Sorry. You got to go. But I'm sorry, Mario on the corner that's selling tamales. I love tamales, especially the tamale hoja de maíz.
I love tamales.
She stays. I'm hiding her. I need tamales. She
Me
stays.
too. I gotta go to La Barrio. I gotta get my tamales with the green sauce, and then Juan, what is the little? It's not sour cream, but it's like some other kind of like little white sauce they mix in.
That I have no idea. I've always
I
thought
know
it
what
was-
that is because I made it.
I've always had salsa verde and salsa rojo, which is basically like,
Yeah.
She's talking about that cream.
Well, I always get verde.
Right?
There's a little
Awesome.
creamy sauce. That's only like
I'ma
the
tell you-
Mexicans have this like white sauce, and it's not sour.
Can I
cream,
tell you?
it's
Can I tell you
buttery.
how to make it?
You're Dominican. How the fuck you gonna tell me? But yeah, go ahead.
How am I going to tell you? Because that's what I do for a living.
I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just
I cook for a living, man. So the way you make that is basically mayo, a little bit of sour cream, cilantro, and garlic. Then you put salt, pepper to your liking. That's it. And you
Hey,
blend.
Jules, we got the secret weapon. We got the secret weapon. But yeah, the point that I make is those type of people, they got to go. If you've done anything horrible, you've committed an unaliving, you got to go. If you've done some stuff if you've done some stuff to a woman or to kids, dude, you're lucky we didn't put hands on you. You got to go. Bye. Take it as you being lucky that you're leaving alive, right? But the thing is the way that they're doing this, and I'll be quite honest, the Trump administration is shooting themselves in the foot because a lot of these people that are here undocumented, they were the ones that encouraged their kids to vote for Trump because the Venezuelans came under the Biden administration. You saw it. I saw it. At least
I seen that Mexican on CNN. He's like, you told your kids to vote for Trump? See? He's like, because it's a good country. And I wanted to stay a good country.
They're like, what about you? And he's like, I don't know what happened to me, but
I don't like socialism.
pero los intereses del país están lo más mejor, right? And so that to me, you're killing your voting. Figuratively speaking, you're messing up your voting base. I mean, that's besides the stuff that you did to Tulsi Gabbard.
I think that if he went, the route of just, deporting the criminals and et cetera,
Yes.
and then only then after he's done with that, then work his way down to the other level of like, shit, yo, like you've been here 20 years. Let's say you haven't committed a crime. Get your paperwork done, bro. But everybody else that has committed a simple crime, bro. And
I would have given them a stitch. Hey, look, we don't want you. If you know any aliens that are committing crimes, felonies, you saw Jose beating his wife or what have you, give us a call. right? And we might let you stay, right? And I would be all for that, but he didn't do that. And then, you know, again, like I said, that's aside what he did with Tulsi forcing her out. That's aside the shit talking that he did with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was his avid supporter since 2022. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're really fucking up your voter base, man. That's not cool.
Hey, all for you know who.
Play the song. Play the song.
All for you know who, man. I'm sorry, Jules, but you know, it is. It's true. Yeah, man, definitely for them because she had an issue about this war. She had an issue, you know that, right?
Yeah. Well, highlight what was his name? Out on the Limbs comment. No, I'm sorry, not Out on the Limb. Brian Nichols' comment. Ramaswamy's dad is still not a citizen. Ramaswamy, remember when I said on John Gall's channel Latino, you and I and Stanley were talking. We had that conversation. Like, I don't know what the hell it is about him, but I don't trust him. He was too slick. He reminded me of
I mean, neither. I wasn't. I didn't trust him.
The mask came off when it came to H-1B visas, bro. when people were talking about H-1B visas, he called people like you, myself, and Jules stupid. The moment that happened, the mask fell. Oh, hell no. You weren't getting my vote before, but you're definitely not getting my vote now. And he's running for governor of Ohio. And like Brian Nichols said, if you can highlight it, his dad is still not a citizen. Brian, is his dad still here in the U.S.? It's like, dude, come on, man.
It's okay. I am here, and no problem.
So sad about it because
that waited almost 8 years to become a resident.
Great sort of bipartisan coalition that President Trump put together is falling off as he rounds into the 1.5 year mark of his presidency. You know, Marty McCary was pushed out at FDA. RFKJ has had his wings clipped repeatedly by people who do not support the Maha agenda. And Tulsi Gabbard was, you know, a great example of a Democrat, former Democrat, who went onto the Trump team because we wanted to do things differently. So was Joe Kent. He wasn't a Democrat, but I'm just saying he was more non-intervention down from the National Counterterrorism Center after the Iran War. And Tulsi, who's also non-interventionist, and is in a really important role and has been very brave in it, I must say. It just sucks to lose her. There's not another Tulsi. That's the problem. You can get another person to run, of course. There's lots of people who want to serve in President Trump's administration, but there's only one Tulsi Gabbard. This is an important role. This is the person who oversees all of the intelligence agencies. And like, it's her job to come up with that presidential daily brief and make sure President Trump really knows what's what when it comes to the intel that these agencies are putting together. My God, it's a huge job, especially with some of these agencies that we do not trust, how they try to manipulate a president into pushing their own agenda. And those agencies had to go through Tulsi Gabbard, who's not easily manipulated and is smart and had a background in intelligence and in public service, having served in the House for many years. And it's going to be tough. Prayers for her, prayers for Abraham. Thanks from a grateful nation. And prayers for President Trump that he chooses somebody great. And I don't know if I can say just as great as Tulsi, but just as interesting, unconventional, unique, and strong as Tulsi Gabbard has been.
Damn, she
Shout
wanted.
out to Tulsi.
Yeah,
Megan loves Tulsi. You see that shit? She
I love
was ready to jump on Putin's dick, and
wanted
she
Unique
still
to
loves
take the
Tulsi.
You heard though?
See that
You
shit,
heard
Linda?
she wanted Unique to take the position. That's what I heard. She said Unique.
I'm sorry, Andrea. I didn't say that. I love you, girl.
Out on the limb. Tell me that shit's not true. Omar consummated the marriage on OnlyFans. Really? I don't believe that.
No.
I don't believe
brother?
that.
Is that who we're talking about with her brother?
I don't even think OnlyFans was I don't think OnlyFans was even out when they got married.
Yeah.
Didn't she get married to her brother like in the early 20-aughts?
Yeah.
What is
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't like I'm agreeing with you. Yes, it doesn't make it right.
She was
Yeah,
mad
just
because
it
there
was
was no
20 years
bananas and
ago
rice in
doesn't make it
Minnesota.
okay. Yeah. And I'm sure she wasn't actually fucking her brother, right? Like,
I
so
hope
like
not.
people want to be.
What we talking about here?
It's just like
Minnesota chick.
Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, the Minnesota chick.
Banana
I hope
and
she
rice.
wasn't, but if she was,
Like, I doubt she was actually fucking her brother.
well,
But I think she
Jules,
did some illegal bullshit, you know, for them to be here. I think
if she
that
was effing her brother, Jules, that explains why he was gay. It's like, dude, the sex was that bad that you turned somebody gay. Damn.
I mean, I mean, I'm all for
Part of your
women
complete
and everything, but that would be, I would be with you on that one.
Part of your complete breakfast, dinner.
If I had to
and-
fuck
and-
that as
and
a
supper.
dude, I'd be gay too. Fuck.
Latinos as a management of the Luring Center. We ran out of bananas and rice this morning. I'm gonna need another.
Wait. This is advertisement time. In a second. From the makers of Raisin Bran, we bring you rice and bananas with nutrition value and a lot of potassium. Get yours at your store nearby. Yeah, you shout out to the advertisement. Bananas and rice, you can eat this shit in the morning. You can eat this shit for lunch. You can eat this shit for dinner. Yep.
I ran out of rice and bananas this morning. My Luring Center is gonna need another 2 semis.
God damn it. See, I
My
told
Leering Center.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Can you see, Jules? I'm Luring Center management.
Yeah, but wait. God damn it. I told Sir here to fill up that order, bro. He ain't listening, god damn it. So here, god damn you. his little skinny hands, he just came off.
I'm gonna make a GoFundMe for Juan's Leering Center.
I don't need a GoFundMe. I have the money. Remember, I took the money
You
from
don't
you,
need
Jules,
one,
and
but
you.
it's just funny
Yo,
because
send
it's
Juan a
Leering.
cash
It's
out for the
Juan.
Leering Center.
It's just Juan and Leering. It has really, I love you, Juan. That
Right.
has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with you. It's about Juan and Leering. Hashtags.
You teach.
Let's see how much money we
You don't
can
teach
raise
people how to
doing
be-
that. That would be hilarious.
You don't teach people how to become a lawyer.
Well, I started doing compliance for the Leering Centers, and when they didn't listen to my advice, I was like, fuck it. And then they offered me a job making 3 times as much as Leering Center management. So here I am.
Oh, here we go.
Vanta and Omar were once neighbors.
My friend.
Vanta, we got questions, sir.
The Leering Center,
What's
man.
Omar's brother
mean?
does live in the United Kingdom, by the way. So Vanta, we got questions.
mean?
Molly, can you explain to
For
me
real, what
what
does Leering
Leering
mean?
means?
Is that in the dictionary?
It is now. It's in the Urban Dictionary.
Somalian Urban Dictionary, to be exact.
Where's Universal Jones when we need him?
Yo, we're trying to summon Vanta over here.
I haven't seen Vanta in a minute, but then again, I haven't been up on these panels in a minute either.
He's gonna crash out. He's gonna
Oh, I'll
crash
get
out.
one. Tell you where we together.
He's gonna crash out.
I'm about to crush out. I'm about to crush out here.
I'm about to crash out. I love that.
See, this is the guy that's supposed to fill in your order, Juan. I'm sorry.
Well, that explains
Yeah.
why my order wasn't filled. But the problem is I ran
There
out
you
of
go.
food this morning.
There you
And
go.
the Somalis,
Blame
you
this
know,
guy.
they don't blame. They about them rice and bananas, man. I don't.
This asshole right here. You see him? Look at him. You good look at him. This bitch.
We're going to hell, but this is hilarious.
He did not fill your order. Right. You know what? I'm about to fire. Should I fire him? He does have
Maybe
13
he's just
kids
mad.
after
Maybe
all.
he's still mad because of what we did to his cousins when we saved Captain Phillips. Hey, look, dude,
Yeah.
it's not our fault. Your cousins hijacked the ship. Like, dude, what did you expect was going to happen? It was a container ship of all ships. Come on, man. Like,
No.
See, Palomino, he wasn't activated.
Here-
He wasn't.
bro, if he were activated,
He would say that those people who did that shit were against his people, attacked his family and his tribe. Those are the bad guys. I'm pretty sure that's what Vanta would say.
well, he's
I'm
from
just saying.
Somaliland now. He says, right? He's not from Somalia. He's from Somalia.
What is that? What is that? Like some type of Disney
Oh,
World?
wait. Let me get it out before I forget, you guys. So, Ilan Omar tribe in Somaliland, or whatever the fuck.
What is that?
Her
Like-
tribe opposes his tribe. Her tribe tried to fight on his.
But he is
on
right. Her tribe.
Yeah, but
The-
So I'm
time out.
down with Vanta and fuck her.
Time out.
Okay, I'm in.
So you saying Somaliland, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is supposed to be like the Never Land Ranch or some shit.
No comment. No
When you
comment.
say, this is why I'm like, when he says that shit, I be thinking about like, I be thinking
What?
about like Michael Jackson's Never Land. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, after
it's
reading
like- it's
those
like-
letters, he used
because
that
the way he
ranch.
says it, it's like not for nothing. I fuck with him, but the way he says it, it's like we're not like them because this is Somaliland. This is completely different. And it's like,
Well-
what? You guys got flying cars and shit? Like, we ain't got.
His best friend is the Secretary of State. What's your best friend's name?
Hey,
Rufio.
what the fuck,
Rufio, really?
Because I'm like when I talk about DR, I tell you guys how shitty it is, man. Like, but he puts Somaliland like above everything. I'm like, yo, you wilding, bro.
Like, dude, you don't. To me, I'm almost tempted to tell him, dude. You know the only country that recognizes Somaliland is insert country that shall remain nameless, and that country is only recognized Somaliland because they want to displace the Palestinians to that specific area.
All right. You know what I'm gonna get? You know what I'm gonna get?
We,
You know what I'm
we,
gonna
we
get?
cannot longer tolerate that disparaging comment. Let's just say we're
I'ma
about
give
to
me a
put a
little-
good word in regarding the anti-Semitism of their channel.
They'll give me one of those little things in my head. See, Palomino rocks with it. Yo, Palomino. Sorry to say, man. You moved into the ranking of favorite Italians. You moved down a spot, bro. Because the Punisher.
What?
Yeah, because the
What'd
Punisher,
you do?
bro.
What'd you do?
The Punisher, man. Listen.
Palomino
Listen,
goes,
Linda.
bro, you moved
The
him down,
Punisher.
right?
The Punisher.
What? You didn't
Punisher.
move down a rake in my bro.
Yeah, he did. As an Italian for me.
What did he do?
Punisher. He knows. He knows the Punisher. Oh, that's a bad Italian right there. Oh, when he start going, ooh, ooh, and then he sees black, he just starts stabbing people. Oh, bro, shit crazy. I even got the knife right here. Look, he just goes, oh, bro, you gotta watch that show. I'm sorry, it's a good show.
Well, you know what? At least Palomino, you're not down to the ranking of Alfredo from The Godfather.
I'm smart. I'm smart.
I know it was you all along, Fredo. Yo, oof. That was
Man, when I
hard.
saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!" You know.
Me, I don't care if we blood or not. Don't let me ever see you again. I'm like,
You're nothing to me. You're not a brother. You're not a friend.
yo,
Whenever
bro,
you come in town to visit mother, you need to let me know so that.
shit's hard right there, man. Hard shit, bro. Hard shit.
And what? Yeah, but what they did to him at the end was even worse.
Oh, I
you
know. I know. Yo, that
Shut
scene though, that scene when they put that horse, when they put the see, he knows he's second place, bro. Jules, see, and Jules don't understand, man, bro. She don't understand, man, bro. She just you don't understand us, Jules. You just don't. Punish is badass, man. You know the story. Like this is one of the like I don't even think he's like a superhero, bro, because he's just so badass that he does like shit that you shouldn't be doing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You ever you know what I'm talking about? The Punisher, Marvel.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, this guy, man. Yo,
So he's gonna have an Italian twist to it. Hey, Palomino, we got a problem. It's
this
dealing with
guy-
a certain leader of a
Bro,
certain
they
country
killed
that
this
shall
guy.
remain nameless.
Yo, they
There's
killed
no
his
country in the
family.
Middle East. You could say so. Does that country
killed-
border Egypt?
They killed that
Yeah.
man's family. He
Say
went
no more.
ham.
Say no more.
Now he's
Hey,
just
Pacheco, Latino, we took care of the problem.
he's just all
But from
fucked
this
up in the
moment
head.
forward, you guys are now Italian. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Fanfangulo.
All I need is a good cannoli, and I'm good, man.
You know,
Thanks.
You know what that means?
Which one?
Fanfangulo.
I haven't heard that term in a long time. What does that mean
Yo,
again?
I don't something like fuck your grandma or something like that.
Oh, man. Damn.
Right? You can correct me if I'm wrong, Palomino. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I can tell you something. I've never been called a mullion.
All right, Aries Spears. Come on, man. I've never been called a mullion either. I've been called
Nah, I
I've been
still
called a
don't.
white eggplant. I've been called a Schwarza. I hate that term, by the way.
Yeah, I've been
I-
called a garbanzo.
Yeah, I've been called a Sparta. I've been called what else have I been? I've been called a Mayate. That one I don't mind. I
They
just
called me a
play it.
garbanzo, bro. Garbanzo bean.
What does that mean?
Because it's a bean. The garbanzo bean is like my skin tone basically, and it's like
Oh, got you.
yeah. I'm like yo,
Oh, so you've been called. You were basically called a beaner. Okay, got you.
yeah.
Hombre. Yeah, and going up to this country that shall remain
Wait,
nameless.
wait.
I don't- Go
It's
ahead.
funny that he was called a beaner when he's not actually a beaner, though. That's hilarious. That's more funny.
It is, but
Well, me
it's
being
cool,
called
though.
an eggplant was just as funny to me. I'm like, wait a minute, eggplants are purple. You
Right?
molded
So I
a
have
little
a
bit.
listen, right? I have a friend, right? I'm not gonna name his name. Let's just call him T because it started with a. I mean, who cares, bro? His name was Trevor, right? So this guy is colorblind, right? So we went into the White Mountains one time for my friend's birthday, and this is when Trump won the presidency the first time, right? And he's like, and they all knew that I'm a Trumper, right? These remind you, most of these people are liberal, and like two of my
Yeah.
friends are really like political, right? But so we get there, I get there, whatever. It's a fucking long ass drive, like 3 hours driving by myself too. I was hella scared because
It's like, where are they taking me?
there's like no Hispanic person in sight, no black people in sight. It's just all white people.
Where are they taking me? What did I do
You know
wrong?
what I mean? Like, yo, bro. But when I got off into a gas station and went to a store, they were like mad friendly and shit. Like they knew that I wasn't from the area. So
Mhm.
it made me feel more relaxed or whatever, right? So cool. I get there or whatever. We start drinking. He starts cracking jokes and shit. Remind you, I told you the kid is colorblind. Cool kid.
Right.
And he starts making jokes about Trump and stuff. It's like, oh, you know that you're out here in Trump country now. It might confuse you.
I know you were thinking, solo si tu supieras, solo si tu supieras.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, fuck you,
Yo
bro,
no
right?
prende.
Man, I'm like, fuck
If
you.
only
right?
they knew. If only they knew.
Yeah, but we played jokes like that and shit all the time and stuff. It was just hard shit, bro. Like, right? So like, these are like my white friends, right? And I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm like, he's saying all this shit just keeps going back and forth with this whole Trump shit. I got so pissed off at one point. I'm like, I said, I put the middle finger at him, right? And I'm like, do you see this? And he goes like, yeah, I see it. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, my bad. I confused it. I just forgot that you were just colorblind.
Damn.
He's like, you know, we always make fun of him being colorblind.
Oh,
But that line is so smooth because it was just like, it's like, what the fuck? I see it. Like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh no, my bad. I just confused the thing. You just colorblind.
Right. One thing that I find funny talking about Trump Latino is this. There was a dude here. There was a dude in North Carolina. I kid you not. He did some horrible stuff. I'm not going to say what that horrible stuff is. So no problem. He has his immigration court hearing for asylum, and during the immigration court hearing, he gets arrested by the regular police, the local police, not ICE, but the regular police because of what he did, which I can't talk about here. They go ahead and let him out on you're on recognizance, and of course everybody was mad because what he did was really, really horrible. He gets deported back to Honduras. Would you believe 2 days after he got deported, he freaking got rearrested to get brought back to North Carolina to face trial? They're like, oh, you thought it was easy. You just
what a genius.
What a genius.
Wow.
This guy,
you thought you made it out with no problem because you got deported. We were like, nope, we need you back here. And Honduras complied.
He was probably, it sounds like he was like so arrogant, like, oh, you think you got me? I'm gonna do it again and prove I can't get caught.
Well, not arrogant in that sense. He was arrogant in the sense like, oh, I got deported. You can't catch me now. Dude,
Yeah.
you're a signatory country to the Interpol treaty, you idiot. So is Honduras. Like, we're getting your ass. They showed a video of him this morning. When I saw the video, I died laughing. In front of him were, the U.S. Marshals. They didn't cuff him yet, but he was cuffed with the police, La Policía Nacional de Honduras. And then they did the little ceremony where they switch out the cuffs before he gets boarded on the plane.
I want to also go by something else between both of you guys. So bear with me while I pick this up because this is like a short little thing. So give me a second. JD Vance.
Can I keep laughing at what I was
No,
saying?
go ahead.
That's
Go
fucking
ahead.
hilarious. That's fucking
Hey,
great.
why would I stop you from laughing?
You can't catch me. I escaped. I'm deported. I can never go back to the United States. Oh, really? We'll see about that.
Let's try. Let's see what happens.
So
Wait a minute, I got
apparently,
deported. I'm not supposed to be back in North Carolina again. You're here. You're going to be doing time. And you're going to be doing a lot.
apparently JD Vance was somewhere and he was called. And
Was this when he did that U-turn this morning? What the hell happened?
Yes.
Yeah, that was him. Trump canceled the appearance at his wedding, and they all rushed back. Yeah, there's Vance right there.
Wait, who's wedding?
Trump Jr. got married today, but Trump couldn't appear. He also rushed back.
And then not only that, there was a guy that I believe that they know about or they captured that also tried to attempt on Trump's daughter. So that's Iran.
We owe Turkey. We owe Turkey. They're the ones that foiled that. Turkey's the one that took him out.
And another thing also,
Well, Turkey,
I'm
real
just trying to
quick.
connect everything here real quick. So
I'm sorry.
another
Oh,
thing,
connect,
I'm sorry,
connect.
now go ahead. Another thing is not only JD Vance, but Marco Rubio also returned himself from wherever he was, and there was somebody else also that returned. Pete Hegseth that returned himself from wherever he was. And basically what's going on from what I'm looking at is they can't get into a deal, bro. They're not going to work nothing out, bro. Like,
well, they better
so
hurry.
the next step is I think that after Memorial Day, maybe Monday or Tuesday, we're going to bomb the shit out of them, dog.
Well, the problem though, Latino and Jules, is this: they need congressional authorization after tomorrow, my birthday, right? Because on the 24th, that's when the 60 days is up.
Wait, what day?
Tomorrow, my birthday, when I become a 46-year-old fart. That's the last day that Trump can do anything without congressional approval. approval.
Happy birthday, Juan.
Thank you. But that's the last day that they can do anything without congressional approval. So how are they going to bomb the shit out of Iran without congressional approval?
Well,
I don't-
okay, look, I have a couple puzzle pieces. I'm not saying I have the answer, okay? I'm just trying to add puzzle pieces. So if we look back, Iran is highly connected to Obama. Obama gave them like 1.7 billion dollars in cash, trunks of cash that he sent when he was president, and then there was also other stuff under Biden. So like I just feel like Iran, whatever they're trying to say in the media, that's none of that shit is true. They're a puppet state for some fucking traitors over here. That's how I see Iran. Whenever we see Iran, it means Obama.
That makes sense. That makes sense, but I can't say I don't know enough to say yes or no. I don't know enough to agree or disagree. So I'm in the let's see what happens camp.
Sure,
You know.
that's fair. Yeah.
Well,
And I'm
when-
thinking like 15 years. I'm thinking of 15 years worth of shit. You know, so it's fair. I think that's a fair response. Thank you.
Well, 15 years. I mean, we should go back to the Clintons. So that would be what shit. Clinton came in 1993. So we could easily say 32 and a half, almost 33 years worth of shit then.
You're right. You're right. Sure. I'll take that. Hey, I want to play a little video and get your guys' take, okay?
Sometimes in history, there's this magic moment. Somebody appears on the scene and everything changes.
I am with you. We've never seen anything like this. I will fight for you.
This was a man who's met his destiny.
And I will win for you.
He said he was saved by God in order to make America great again.
His victory was the greatest comeback of all time.
We're watching history, so buckle up.
I don't think the American people have ever seen this before. A government that has moved this quickly and a president that has done so much when it comes to the border and energy and major investments from other countries.
I mean, that's a good point.
47's on a hot streak, bringing head-snapping change to Washington, overwhelming the system with a volcanic eruption of action. Trump has a mandate from the people, and he's using it, and they're just getting started.
President Trump said on the campaign trail, success will be my retribution.
Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free.
We're going to have one shot at this, and no other president's going to do what I'm doing.
America's back. Common sense is back. He is keeping his promise to you, the American people. Inflation is down. Growth is up. The numbers don't lie. The economy is soaring.
Lowest gas prices in 4 years.
And record tariff revenue.
The USA is on a roll, culminating in the signing of the One Big Beautiful Bill on July 4th.
The Trump economic golden age is full steam ahead. America is back thanks to the courage of President Trump, thanks to the leadership of his amazing cabinet, and thanks, of course, to our brave men and women in the United States military.
This is a message to the rest of the world. The days of ripping off America and Americans are officially over. Between the attacks on Iran's nuke site and the Maduro operation, the U.S. military recruitment at an all-time high. This president will go down in history as a peacemaking president.
Peace through strength, America's in charge.
And he's just got one filter, and that is America first.
Whatever they're doing, it's working. Zero illegal crossing, drug cartels frustrated, less crime.
We have the most secure border in the history of this nation. If you think we're doing good now, you just wait till this coming year.
The president isn't taking his foot off the gas in 2026.
It's a new year. The stock markets are already making new record highs. The Trump archive are a series of near impossible feats.
As for the next year, the American people have so much to look forward to. The president will continue to build off of his historic accomplishments.
2025 is setting the table. The banquet's going to be in 2026.
This is the golden age coming.
He says, make America great again because every American is invited.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun.
All right, look, I get if that doesn't give everybody goosebumps, but it gives me goosebumps. I really do believe that he's a patriot and he's fighting for all the people, and I just feel like that's amazing. What did you get from that video?
When they said the economy was great, I'm like, what? Where are we living at?
I would have had those goosebumps if I didn't see Bibi Netanyahu going to the White House every time before some bullshit happened. So I'll use Venezuela as an example. He went to the White House. A day later, Venezuela got invaded, and we plucked up Maduro. And I'll never forget Maduro's words. Latino, I pulled the court transcripts in Pacer regarding what he said during his arraignment hearing, or not his arraignment hearing, his preliminary hearing before the Southern District of New York. And the way that I say it, the people in Spanish, they'll shake in their boots. He said, por el maldito nombre de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, tú lo vas a pagar. And the way he said it, I'm like, oh shit. If he ever escapes from prison, Delcy Rodriguez, the girl that sold him out, she's, man, que en paz descansa ella. Sorry. She's done.
The one that's the president, right?
The de facto president right now.
Yeah. I knew that she sold him out.
Yeah, everybody knew that she sold him out. Because wait a minute, he's plucked up, and literally 48 hours later, you got $50 million in your bank account. Wait a minute, didn't we have a $50 million reward for his arrest? Like, come on, man.
Juan, though, don't they? Okay, yeah. I'm not.
Why you can't trust these bitches? No, sir.
Don't
you can't trust women, man. Not you, Jules. You don't count, Jules.
Not you, Jules.
You don't count.
Thank you. I'm Switzerland. Wait. I'm Switzerland. No, but seriously, don't you think that they knew like that was happening? One, like all of the stuff you were just talking about, right? Like they knew that was coming. So I think that in a sense, like I think that from the stuff that I've seen, that he actually saved Maduro. Like he cut the puppet strings. Like Maduro was a captured agent for them. On the other side, on the bad guy's side. And right. I think that when they say they arrested him, like, no, I think he actually was kind of saved. What do you think?
I thought that until I saw where the first shipment of crude oil went. And when I saw where the first shipment of crude oil went, I'm sorry, ese me dio un gran rabia que ya ni puedo quitar. Un gran fuego adentro de mi ser que no puedo quitar.
Speak English, Juan. Speak English.
I saw where the first oil shipment went to. There is a fire in my soul that you can't.
Why do you keep talking about us, Pacheco? Why are you so disparaging? We need the gas. You guys don't want us to go in Gaza and get the gas. There's a huge oil reserve in Gaza.
That's why you're bombing the Palestinians.
They're not bombing the Palestinians. They were bombing us first.
But you just said you wanted the oil in Gaza, and we blocked you.
Oh, we wanted a piece of the cookie. Now they want.
But yeah, no, that
now
happened.
Listen. From a cookie, from a little crumble, they wanted
a little crumble.
They wanted the cookie. From the cookie, they wanted the cake. From the cake, now they want the goddamn bake shop. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is like I said, the problem is, Jules, is that certain gentleman, Mr. Bibi, came to the White House, and then literally 24 hours later, we invaded Venezuela. And Latinos, you're right, because you know who informed Maduro that we were about to get him, right? And why he went to Fortiuna, the military base. He had a Chinese delegation that visited him the night that we went in, and they signed an agreement. Like China was gonna give them what was it? They were gonna give them additional military support in exchange for Venezuela sending them oil, because China's hurting. Like, we're hurting when it comes to gas. China, they ran out of diesel already. Like, they're hurting.
Yeah, we're hurting them. With this
We're hurting them, but we're hurting ourselves in the process. Trump, come on, man, you should have told us.
Yeah, but that's part of the game, though. Like,
that's part of the game. But the thing is, the point is China warned him. The delegation that went to Venezuela, when he was like, look, they gave me gifts, blah blah blah, and they're like, they told him, dude, we got intelligence. The United States is going to attack you tonight. And that right after that meeting, when they left, he went straight to Fortiuna, he and his wife. Like, they knew what was up. It's just that they didn't get to that. They didn't get to that bunker in time, in that regards.
Shit. Imagine, man, you sleeping after watching some Netflix. Motherfuckers come through your door, window, everywhere, man. Cracks and crannies that you never knew that you fucking had in your house, man.
What I find funny, Latinos, after this, peep this, right? After that, right? Let's fast forward to 2 weeks ago, from January 3rd, when they grabbed Maduro, to 2 weeks ago, when we levied that indictment against Rocha Moya. For context, Rocha Moya, he's the governor of Sinaloa, the Mexican state of Sinaloa. Man, the first thing that Claudia Sheinbaum said, and I kid you not, and I'm going to say it in Spanish and I'll translate it to English. ¿Cómo se le puede ocurrir que haya un orden de aprehensión cuando no hay pruebas? I'm like, oh shit. You don't want us to go in there and pluck him too. What I said basically was, Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, said, how is it that you guys have an arrest warrant with him and there's no evidence? I'm like, dude, you don't want that smoke. You already saw what we did to Maduro. You don't want to be next. You really don't want to be next.
They already put one for the one in Cuba.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There was an indictment levied against
she thinks
Raul
she's
Castro.
so hard one.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
She thinks she's so hard. You
Who?
know, like she thinks the Sheinbaum chick.
She is not hot. That chick is fuck, man.
No, hard.
She think no hard. She
Not
thinks
even.
somebody could
Not
touch
even.
her.
She's pardon my cursing, but she's fucked. She's screwed between two factions. The cartels that put her in power. I can't tell you who I talked to, but they told me that some of the factions, they call them colectivos, ordered that certain factions vote for her. And if they didn't vote for them, they wouldn't kill them or anything. They just, you're not going to work in Mexico, basically. So she's stuck between them because she owes them, and she's stuck between us because we have the goods on Lopez Obrador.
But I could go in a little bit. I could go in a little bit deeper with her.
Dilo.
So I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, where they had trained certain cartels and people that should be nameless. Who is to say that those same people might have influenced her to be president, even though she is part of that same.
She's a dual citizen, Latino. She's a dual citizen of Mexico and play the Havana Aguila song. She's a dual citizen of both countries.
There you go. Right. So this is where I'm getting at, bro. Because I peep certain things, bro.
I mean, her last name is a dead giveaway. Look, but my last name is Pardo. Pardo is your mom's last name. Come on, get out of here, man.
Come on, man. Like, this is the thing, right?
Your father's last name is Sheinbaum. You are who your father is.
And the reason why I say this, right, is because we're having the same type of situation in the Dominican Republic, bro. Like I told you, we have a president that is half Lebanese and half Dominican, and we having that issue, man, where like people trying to build mosques and shit in DR, and we're
That's
not
a
for
problem.
that.
Yeah, same shit in El Salvador. The same shit in El Salvador. No mosques yet, but I mean, you know that the president.
Yeah,
of
but we know that the president
El
of Salvador is saying the same
It's like
thing, the same thing. Why you
same
think he be
bullshit.
dressing? Why you think he be dressing like a Hindu?
No comment, man.
Like
No
sometimes
comment.
he be dressing.
I can't give you my answer here on YouTube. I don't want your
He be
channel.
dressing like he be dressing like he eating chicken butter, bro. Butter chicken, bro.
The thing that scared me about those guys, him and the president of Costa Rica, is that mega prison that they have. I'm like, dude, okay, you got rid of the gangs, but I already know. Like a buddy of mine in San Salvador showed me the letters and stuff. Like there's a contract between you guys and the Salvatruchas where they're basically gonna be, hey, se van a portar bien. But those mega prisons, it's almost like those immigrant centers here in the United States, those little warehouse style places. And I'm like, oh shit. They're going to use that to round up their people. Like I think the immigrant centers are going to be used in the future to round us up. Latinos, Juan, Jules, you've been talking disparaging against us. You got to go. You got to, hey, look, I'm not in Israel. It doesn't matter. You were anti-Semite, so you got to get rounded up. On the train you go. With that, I better shut up because you will get yeeted if I say more.
Why are you trying to get me rounded up, Juan?
I'm not trying to get anybody rounded up. They're going to round us up involuntarily.
Yeah, Juan.
I know, I'm just messing.
I'll be the one defending you. Look, Jules has no dog in the fight. Explain why Jules was talking about that stuff when you weren't there. I was feeding Jules the info. There's no communications between you and Jules via email or text messages or by phone call. We worked telepathically, all right? Damn it.
Damn it. Power twins activate.
Unite.
Sharagaroma from Sailor Moon.
I was like, yo, that shit was funny though. The other day I was speaking to Vanta and he was talking about like that he's gonna get married or whatever. I don't know if he's mentioned that to you guys. And if he
he's getting married?
Yeah, because he's gonna go
Is he
back
getting
to
married to
Poland
his
and
sister?
marry a
Nah, come on, man.
I'm just asking questions, all right?
Team game, right? It was a funny conversation that me and him were having. And I'm
Okay,
like,
got you.
He's like, yeah, because you either you gotta give something for the daughter to be released to you or whatever. And I'm like,
yeah, the dowry. The Indians call it the dowry.
So I asked the question. I was like, yo, like, how about if they want to get rid of the daughter? Like, can they just pay for them themselves just to get rid of her? And he's like, it don't work that way. It don't work that way, right? So I'm going along, right? And I'm asking him a whole bunch of questions. And I go, yo, so if you don't have money, can you like give a goat or something? Right? He's like, ha ha ha. Yeah, you can give a goat or whatever, right? And I'm like, damn, man. Let's say it was you and Arella. How many goats would you have to give? He actually answered. He actually answered.
What was the answer?
He said about three goats, Latino. We about to started dying. Shout out to Vanta, bro. Shout out to Vanta, man. Shit had me dying.
So Arrowell is worth 3 goats. Like,
he said 3 goats.
Hey, Latinos, I got a question about that. What happens if it turns into a Jacob situation? And you guys know in the Bible about Jacob, right? He married Rachel, but her father tricked her, or Rachel's father tricked him, and so he works for 7 years for Rachel's father, and then he marries who he thinks is Rachel. She takes the veil off, and it's not. It's her little sister Malia. So he has to work for 7 more years to marry Rachel.
That's not fair.
Hey, the book of Genesis, man. Some of the stuff that happened in the book of Genesis was diabolical as fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you can relate some of that shit to
right
today, bro. It's crazy.
Latino's trying to get with his wife, and all of a sudden, like, he gets the ugly chick in the family, and so now he has to work for 4 more years to get his wife.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I gotta work my way to the system, man. I couldn't do that, dog. I couldn't do that. It's just crazy.
They're talking about Butler, dude. They're questioning Butler. They're still doing it. Alex Jones has talked about that a couple of days ago.
What, Butler, Pennsylvania?
Butler, Pennsylvania. Yeah. I mean, to me, I think Butler was a warning shot by the whoish people. I think what that was they got him in the ear.
Because I saw somebody. Listen, there was somebody in the water tower, and then they said that there wasn't. And it's like, I saw the video that there was, and then they tried to say it was a shadow. And I'm like, how the hell does a shadow move?
No, there's no way in hell the shadow will cast that far like that.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like, it moves through time, but not
like that. Not through space like that. We were taught that it doesn't move through space like that. I mean, that's shit. That's physics.
I was like, so I kind of agree with you too. I personally, like, for instance, like the whole Tulsi thing, right? That's a great example of what we're talking about, right? We have these agencies that you would think that they would have to tell, this woman that's in charge of shit what it is, but they don't. So you got to think to yourself that there's still a swamp. There's still a if not a swamp, there's still something else.
No, there's a swamp. It's just not who we think it is. That's what that is. Like, you notice that after the Butler incident, Trump got $250 million from the Adelsons. I got questions. I'm not saying that they're evil. I'm just saying I got questions.
Yeah.
And who is
and out on the limb, the lady that you're talking about, I'm not going to use that name, because if I use that name, don't highlight that comment, Latino. That will eat your channel. But that lady, that's Adelson. That's Miriam Adelson is her name. And then the other girl, Weissman or whatever the hell her name is, that chick is like his freaking handler. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, he was more. He was more independent before that. You had somebody handling him.
Yeah. Now
you saw The Apprentice.
That's what I try to explain to Jules, that this time around it's not the same as the first time, dude.
No, it's not at all. Like hay algo que me cae raro. Like there's something.
I'm telling you, when my gut feels something, bro, like it's just something, bro. Like, listen, bro. Listen to me. I'm the type of dude that likes to I'm not like Zach and shit with the numbers and shit per se, but I do follow certain stories, right? And I try to connect certain things, right? And this is just only for entertainment purposes, YouTube. But do you recall a time where beepers and cell phones were just like, in people's pockets and shit, just like bop, 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 bop.
Well, I remember the primitive cell phones. My first cell phone was a Nokia. I got it as a gift to myself when I graduated high school. And I mean, it sounded like a beeper. I had a beeper too, but I turned that bad boy in. I wasn't into that culture, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but do you recall this shit, right?
Yeah, I remember that. It was like 1998, 1999, 2000.
No. We're talking about recent. Wow, you off, man. We're talking about recent. We're talking about those same people that should not be named.
Are you talking about the beepers that blew up?
There you go.
Got you. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
I tried not to say it, but you did.
Yeah, you know what? Talking about that, I knew something was on when BB went to the White House last year.
There you go.
This was after his second week in office.
Get out of my mind.
You saw that Latino where he gave Trump a golden beeper.
So this is what I'm trying to explain.
He gave him a golden beeper. Like, I'm like, oh shit.
That's a message. That's a goddamn message.
I saw that.
We know you like gold, shiny things, motherfucker, but no, just no.
That was his way of saying you now work for Israel Corporation now.
Like, mother.
Yeah, when I saw that, I knew it was up.
When I saw that, I said, God damn it. I said, that's a message, bro.
It was. When I saw it, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We work for so-and-so. We work for that country. We're no longer independent.
Stay in line, homie.
I remember that. I remember that. That was literally a week after he got inaugurated. A week after he got inaugurated, Bibi came to the White House and gave him a golden. And look, Benjamin Netanyahu gifted President Trump a golden pager, and everybody's all like, "Oh, look, that's so cute." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yep, and he's showing it. He's like, "Look
at what I got. It's the most beautiful pager.
It's the most beautiful cell phone." And I'm
Trump,
like,
that pager's a fucking trap, dude.
Whatever.
We know what's up, man.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, damn, man, why can't we go back to like the first time, bro? When it was the first time, bro. Oh, bro, like you don't understand, dude. Gas was great. Like it was great, bro. Like the rates were
We actually
down.
had money in our pocket. I remember when
Oh,
crude oil
it was
$20 bucks.
awesome, man. Like, why can't we go back to that, man? Like, that's why I voted, because I was like, damn, man, I get to relive that shit again.
Yeah, when I saw
Before
that,
years?
I remember when down here in South Texas,
I
gas
was
was
like,
$1.40
damn,
a gallon.
man, but now it's just like I'm holding on to hope. God damn it, and it's like I don't like it.
I'm not as weird as this sounds, Latino, and this is where what Mike says comes into
I'm
play.
still living.
I'm not holding on to hope as much as I'm preparing myself to go, because I already know I'm rebellious as hell. I'm a Pacheco. Yo soy peleonero, right? Like that's who I am. I already know at the end of the day, if Trump is the great deception and things happen to us that shall remain nameless here for, the social media space, I'm just preparing myself to go, because it's like, okay, well, I got to prepare. I lived a good life. I mean, my daughter got here. At least there's a little bit of me that could be passed off to somebody else. That's up to her now. But the thing is my life, I had a good run. It's time to go at this particular point, because there are certain things that I do not agree with regarding this administration. And if I were to say them in other countries, you too, Latino, you too, Jules, that would be it for us. They'd be putting ropes around our necks. We'd be looking at each other like, ese es el último adios, right? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Honestly, though, Juan, like, I know I totally get where you're coming from, but I felt like that 15, 20 years ago when I was worried about Hillary becoming president, because I knew if Hillary won, I would be
It was
dead.
a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, quote unquote, whatever. I'm against the system. She would have had me fucking dead. And people like me, we would have all been and hung.
Yeah, it would have been all of us.
Yeah. And the fact that we aren't under Trump, to me, I feel like just says a lot.
We're not yet. That's the problem. And to me, I mean, hopefully his plan is, hopefully he has something else that we don't know about. And if that's the case, well, shit, I was wrong. I apologize. If you say go F yourself, Pacheco.
You were wrong, Juan. You were wrong.
No,
But right
Juan,
now-
it's not about go fuck yourself. It's not about that at all. I actually think, however he plays himself out on the world stage, I think that he truly does care about Americans. He cares about the people. That's what I think. I don't know. What do you think?
I hope so. But right now, the thing is we're hurting. That's the problem. And a lot of the ways that we're hurting, he promised that wouldn't happen. And so it goes back to, okay, you said you weren't a politician. Now, buddy, you're acting like a politician. You should have just kept it real with us. I might not have liked what you're doing, but at least I still would have respected you. Does that make sense? I'm still going to vote Republican this midterm, holding up my nose only because what Biden did in Afghanistan, mind you, I lost friends in Afghanistan because they joined the military. That's unforgivable. But I have to vote for them holding my nose, because I'm not voting for Democrats. I mean, I'm sorry. Fuck that. And I mean, shit. Kamala Harris still wants a second audit on how the hell she ended up $20 million in the hole after being given $1 billion. Like, chick.
Oh, you know what? Fuck her.
DoorDash.
Honestly,
Yeah, fuck her.
I lived it.
Like a
Fuck
typical
her.
woman. You
I
spent all
lived
the
in
fucking
San
money.
Francisco. I lived in San Francisco when she was the fucking DA. And honestly, the bullshit that I mean, I'm not trying to make it about me, okay? But the
Right.
stuff that I have been through, my children have been through, and they fucking owe me. They owe me millions. That's how I feel. The county and city of San Francisco owes me a fuck ton of fucking money because she's a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate her. She needs to be hung at the gallows. She doesn't need to be in jail. She needs to be dead. That's how I fucking feel.
Oof.
I hate her.
God
Don't
damn.
lie.
I
Don't
hate her
lie.
that
Don't lie.
much. I'm sorry.
Educational
I'm sorry.
purpose.
She-
Educational.
well, that's my
in Minecraft.
personal
In Minecraft,
feelings.
ladies
I'm
and gentlemen.
sorry. That's how I feel. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck that.
No, but you're right, because what she did, and this is what pissed me off. This is where if Biden hadn't done what he did in Afghanistan, I wouldn't have voted for it anyway. We have a number of blacks and brown people in prison. Bitch, you put them there. Let me repeat myself. You put them there.
Yeah.
And now you're
and
bitching that
kept
the
them
majority of
there
them are in
illegally.
prison.
Yeah. And she kept people there longer than their sentence.
Longer than they needed. There was a dude that his prison sentence was up. And I don't mean parole. I mean EOS. Constitutionally, you
Is
have
that
to be
perfect
released. And the reason why she said that he needed to stay there when she was AG was, we need another body for the fire camp. Really, bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
And there
what?
was that guy,
You
I think,
fell off a
who you're
coconut
talking
tree or
about.
something.
Fuck you, Kamala. No, I don't want to fuck you. I don't know what I would catch from
Nobody
you.
wants to fuck her.
You
I
know
promise.
what?
Nobody wants to fuck
You know
her.
what?
But one, I think what you were talking about was I think his name was like Jamal Lovejoy or True Love.
No, it was
something like
Lovejoy.
that.
You're right. The first.
Lovejoy. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so like he was kept in jail a lot longer than he was supposed to. He sued them. And I remember when he wrote about, like, he said that she came to his trial, she came to his hearing and was like smirking and smiling at him, but then he ended up fucking winning $13 million. And she had to turn around and shame the little fucking bitch.
She didn't shame him. She shamed you guys. What she said was, because of him, the taxpayers are now going to have taxes raised on them. And I was like, bitch, maybe don't commit constitutional violations and this wouldn't happen. This isn't on the taxpayer, bitch. This is on you.
Right. Oh,
The problem
happily,
is there's so many people that are
give
ignorant.
him that money. Fuck her.
The problem is there are so many ignorant people, and I don't mean ignorant as in they're idiots. It's just they don't know, and I don't fault them.
Right.
But when they say, "Oh, we got to raise your taxpayer, your tax, we got to raise taxes against you because we have to fund this guy," what they're, those people, it's easy for them because they don't know any better to hate that guy.
Right,
like,
and
no.
they never had to pay anything them own fucking selves.
No, they
That's
didn't.
why it's
Exactly.
easy.
You're absolutely right. If your regular tax base were well read, as the Rockefellers said about the people in the late 1890s, the early 1900s, if they were well read now, the moment Kamala Harris would have made that comment, she would have been tarred and feathered and ran out of town.
Yeah. I mean, hang them high. I think she should be at the gallows 5 years ago, 20 years ago. She fuck her.
Yeah, and in 8 ways, you're absolutely right. The golden pager was, you will now work for Israel Corporation now. Plays Haba Nagila.
Yeah.
Yeah, and real quick before I go to comment on what Out on the Limb said, because after what he did this year, as much as I will vote Republican, holding my nose, because again, like I said, what the Democrats did in 2022, that's unforgivable. You don't give Afghanistan back to the Taliban and now bitch and complain that, hey, the Taliban are abusing women again. It's your fault. Don't fault the guy that's leading the Taliban. Oh, and by the way, under the Biden administration, we were giving the Taliban $30 million motherfucking dollars a month. My money. That's, that's another story. But the point is people don't think like me. I'm a statistic of one. The Republicans, because of what Trump did, they're going to lose the House. No hay de otra. They're going to lose. I hate to say it, Latino. I hate to say it to the people in the chat. They're going to lose the House. And the Senate, they're going to lose, but not by much. But even there, it's going to be in such a format that you're not going to have a tiebreaker where J.D. Vance has to come in and vote, to save their ass in that regards. What that's going to create for the next 2 years is a lame duck. So for 2 years, our country is going to be rudderless, effectively.
Well, you know what that means, because there's been a lot of encouragement, I would say, for the people to be involved. When Donald Trump took the stage, you know, in was it 2016, 2017, the first time that he went in, he said, "I'm returning power back to the people."
Yeah,
And
that
then,
speech from Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
yeah,
Literally word for word.
but also, yeah, but if you go back and watch that speech, though, however comical you might think it is, go back and watch that, because he had military generals, he had the JAG top officer behind him,
Yes, he did.
and right, so it's about the people. And yes, they can do their military tribunals, and I hope that they do. I hope that shit fucking comes. I want to see where, Hillary and Bill Clinton and the Obamas are fucking hanged, deaded for being fucking traitors. But at the
Obama's
same
got a shitload
time,
of explaining. Obama, not to interrupt you, but Obama's got a shitload of explaining to do, because you look at what you were saying. I've noticed this, like when George Bush 41 left, when Clinton was inaugurated, George Bush went on Marine One, and then he went off to Martha's Vineyard, and he just did his thing. He didn't give a shit about what was going on in Washington, D.C. after that.
Yeah.
And then when Clinton left, of course, he stayed in Washington for a week while Bush, the transition was almost complete or what have you. But all he was focusing on was surrendering his law license, because of what he did with Paula Jones. So now that he was a private citizen, he had to go through the ethics hearing with the State Bar of Arkansas. So he was basically signing that thing that surrendered his law license. But then after that week, he went back to Arkansas. He went back to Little Rock. And then after that, he went to other places. I think he went to New York because his wife, Hillary, was a senator in New York. So then they went to New York after that. And then Bush 43, the son of George H.W. Bush, when he was done, he went back to Dallas, and he didn't give two shits. He was just like, okay, I'm done. Obama, you notice when he left, he went to his house in Washington, D.C., 2 blocks from the White House. Make sense. Either that was his house or that was a war room, so that they could basically, press against President Trump.
dude, that shit was a war room, and they're gonna prove it. I've already seen different things. I mean, I can't prove it, but I think it absolutely was a war room. And when it can be proven, it will be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, because there's so much stuff about. Okay, first of all, there was a time when Obama had an interview or something, and he said, well, yeah, if I could, ideally, I would like to be in the ear of the next president as a shadow president. He said something to that effect.
He said that
Okay?
that there would be basically a puppet president, and he would be basically pulling the reins as the president. But it wouldn't be him. He did that with Biden, and I noticed that.
And that was Biden's. Thank you.
When Obama
That
showed
was
up at the White
Biden's
House, and
whole
everybody was
presidency.
surrounding Obama, and Biden was looking at everybody like, nobody wants to play with me.
I love double
I need
triple chocolate
some. I
ice
need
cream.
some vanilla pudding pop.
I love double triple chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, Biden was basically asleep during when Afghanistan was literally handed over to the Taliban. That's unforgivable. I'm sorry. That to me is just unforgivable. He's thinking, really, dude. Trump is Biden's age right now. At least he's running like a chicken without a head. Even though I don't agree with what he's doing. At least he's running.
From Biden being involved with the Taliban is connected to Obama and back to John McCain, because we have pictures of John McCain with the fucking Taliban. You've seen that picture, right? Where it's
I remember those pictures.
And and then all these terrorists, and it's why the fuck is John McCain with all these fucking terrorists? But then, and that was years and years ago. And then we see, oh, okay, he's dead. And then his daughter says, well, you can't kill him again. You can't do that again.
Yeah, that's where
I'm because he's a fucking traitor, and that's why he had to wrinkled flag on it, like.
Well, that's where I
People need
said
to
on a Rumble video that that didn't get monetized, so I took it down. Yeah, you can unalive him twice. You unalive him physically, but then you unalive his character. And when you do that, there's no coming back from that. You can't defend yourself. You're already gone. Bye.
Double triple chocolate.
But fuck that. He unalived his own fucking character by being a fucking traitor. How about
Yes,
that?
he did. I agree with you 100% in that regards.
I believe that the real Biden was by the government.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Yep.
The real Biden was what? The government?
Militia. Blah, blah, blah.
Not necessarily like that, but he was probably co-opted. He was co-opted by the government. And I wouldn't doubt that, because remember when he ran for president, when you and I were in diapers, Latinos, I mean, he got caught plagiarizing. Oh no, I was in the top 10% of my class in law school. No, bitch, you were in the you were like in the bottom 25%. What the hell?
Yeah.
I was in the top 50% of my law school class. Come on, man.
I would actually honestly believe that John McCain had scored better in college scores than Obama. For
Well,
sure.
John McCain and John McCain was actually leading Obama in 2008, Jules, if you remember. Where he messed up was when he introduced all of us to Sarah Palin. That was the biggest F up in his life. Like, he was like, dude.
Oh, grassroots. Oh, we're from Alaska.
Oh, I know. Now she's divorced.
Piece of work.
Yeah, that was a huge problem. And then when John McCain tried to make his concession speech, she wanted to say something like, no, chick, you're not the center of the room. Like, sit down, shut up, woman. Sorry, not to be sexist, but John McCain was the one running here. You were just like the side dude, like the side chick. Like, sit down, shut up.
What? You mean Alaska? Does it mean everything to everybody?
Well, to be fair, she was right on the you can see Russia from Alaska, because I have a friend that drives trucks, and he went to Alaska all the way up to the international date line. There are two islands. There's the Little Diomede and Big Diomede. And Little Diomede, that's on Alaska side, but you can actually see Big Diomede. Big Diomede is Siberia. That's Russia. And so the moment you cross that little lake or what have you, you've crossed, like, you see the island, the sun is in the same place, but the day's different. Like on one island, it's today. On the other island, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? Like, so we have this whole, because allegedly, right? It's for us to be able to figure stuff out, work together, live along. And we have our 3 hours segments of time of the next dateline or whatever. But in Alaska to Russia, that shit don't fucking matter.
No.
They're right next to each other. They're right next to each other.
They're right next door. So that's one of the few
Russia.
That's one of the few things when she said that I can see Russia, I'm like, that there's actually some truth behind that. What got me, however, was when she didn't know the rest of the stuff. Like, you didn't know about balancing the chick. You don't know. You're the governor of Alaska. You lived in Wasilla. Like, you don't know anything about balancing a budget. I understand that your budget in Alaska is extremely small. I wish 12th Man were here. He'd be able to talk about that. But chick, it's the same difference. Like, not only that, but how the hell do you not know about the country needing to balance the budget? You're a woman. Most women are geniuses when it comes to balancing the budget. Like, you could be damn near with 15 cents and women could turn that into a full course meal overnight.
15 cents with 5 kids, damn it.
With 5 kids, exactly. My ex-wife was good for that shit. Like, she would have like 200 pesos, so that would be about, at that time, $12. Turn that into a week's worth of groceries. Come on, man. Women are supposed to be geniuses at that. Not her. Sarah Palin was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Really, chick?
What?
That would be the only reason why I wanted to vote for a woman.
Yeah.
You guys would be geniuses at making sure that we're not freaking $40 trillion in the hole like we are right now. No, not these women. Damn.
Mm-hmm. We're on the same
with
page.
a Fox News alert. A suspected terrorist with ties to Iran allegedly targeted Ivanka Trump for assassination. Sources telling the New York Post that the man behind the plot is the IRGC-trained Iraqi national taken into custody just last week.
The plot against Ivanka.
Wait a minute. Pause that. Pause that. Pause that.
responds to President
Pause that.
Trump killing Iranian military.
Pause that real quick. And I'm going to have to ask you to rewind it back 5 seconds. Did they just say Iraqi national trained in the IRGC? If that is true, you guys realize
there in
Iraq and
subtitle.
Iran have been enemies for like centuries.
Last week.
The plot against Ivanka reportedly responds to President Trump killing Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani. A source telling the Post that the suspect, quote, went around telling people we need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house.
Here with reaction is the national correspondent for the Daily Signal, Tony Kinnett. So great to have you out here in Indianapolis, Tony. So this is a really wild story involving this Iraqi national who was arrested last week in Turkey.
Well, this is an individual who's actually been complicit in either the planning or the execution of a number of terror attacks on Jews and Americans around the world, both in New York as well as Amsterdam. He's also suspected of being involved in a couple of attacks in Belgium. So this is an individual we've been looking for a while. He was just arrested in Turkey on May 15th.
And so we're learning, Tony, more a little bit of what this IRGC terror suspect said. He said this as well. I say to the Americans, look at this picture and know that neither your palaces nor the Secret Service will protect you. We are currently in the stage of surveillance and analysis. I told you our revenge is a matter of time. So, Tony, are we at risk of more plots?
I think this is a great case in point of the number of attacks that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, that Islamic fundamentalist group, is willing to go to consistently on the calendar, with attacks against Americans, with threats against Americans, both in leadership and general civilian population, with their attacks on churches and synagogues. There is a consistent threat from the Iranians that goes all the way back past Qasem Soleimani, as you alluded to earlier. And I think these threats are going to continue as long as the IRGC is in any way fungible as an organization.
All right, Tony, I want to move to this because there's some big news that happened last night. We learned that Tulsi Gabbard, DNI director, has
What you think about that? Trying to get rid of Ivanka. You there, Jules? It's not.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was getting ice from my finger because of my finger. Yeah, like it's not gonna work out well. Go ahead and try to throw her under the bus because I really think she's a patriot. And going back to like Michael Jackson and stuff, like she's part of like the whole time traveler matrix of shit that's happening. Nobody wants to hear that, but no, she's on our team. She's good. That's what I believe.
You know she married a.
I know, but you know what I think about that is that he wanted out and they saved him. That's what I think.
Jules, you gotta stop.
Well, we'll see what happens.
You gotta stop, man.
You gotta stop. Because think about it, like he's a captured agent, right? Like if as far as like his original side is, right? Like he's a captured agent. He's like a fucking captured Rook on the chessboard. They saved him, and they have power and control.
Damn, can they save me?
Please save us. Like-
Oh man.
If I win the lottery, I'll help save you too, okay? Yeah, it's funny. You're hilarious. Dude.
Damn, man. Man, I hope that we don't bomb these people on Monday or Tuesday, but that's where my mind is going. Yeah, they can't come to no negotiation. The Iranians don't want to let go of that enrichment. We have a problem. So I'm telling you, man, don't be surprised if you see that we bomb the shit out of Iran come Tuesday. Straight up.
Well, you know what? That's fine with me, because also everyone needs to remember, okay, this is what I feel like people aren't remembering or processing or getting or whatever. But anytime you hear Iran, that fucking means traitor fucking Obama. That's what the fuck Iran means. Okay? So you just put that shit in your head. That's what the fuck it means.
Obama.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Like all this drama, the bullshit, the psyops, I'm fucking so fucking tired of it. I'm sorry I'm cursing a lot today.
Go ahead.
But it needs to stop. And whenever the media or whatever, they're like, oh, we're red, blah, blah, blah. No, it's fucking Obama. It's Obama with his fucking bullshit tactics, trying to take over America, trying to fuck us over. Fuck him. He's not even a traitor because he's not American. I can't even call him a traitor. I don't know what the fuck he is, but he doesn't care about us. Okay? He needs to be dead or in jail at Gitmo. That's it. That's the fuck it. What it is.
Alleged.
Whatever. Sure. I know our people are with us. That's what I know.
Man, it's been a good one. Any last words, Jules?
Dude, you're right. I need to go to bed soon.
Same
No,
here.
it's been lovely. My last words are that I love our people. I love Americans. And shout out to our people.
America.
One love, everybody. Sweet dreams.
Yeah. We are live. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on a reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Jules got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on a reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino.
Say what the fuck you want to say. Don't mean I gotta listen to it and not stop talking because you want to talk.
Let's talk about it. With your whole Jews and Latino. Talk about it. Pull up a chair, this your people. Talk about it. Real life, real labs on the reload. Talk about it. With your hosts, Jews and Latino. Jews got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin. Let's talk about it. With your whole Jews and Latino. Talk about it. Pull up a chair, this your people. Talk about it. Real life, real laughs on the reload. Talk about it. With your hosts, Jews and Latino. Jews and Latino. Jews and Latino.
Come on, Latino, you gotta stop supporting this shit, OG.